Hello and welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Kismet. It says it right there on my desk. welcome. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. We're going to have some fun playing some New World tonight. I was having a little trouble logging in, but I managed to get in there. Now, speaking of getting in there, let's get you guys in right over there. We're going to play some New World today, as well as this right here, which, has a 50-50 chance of showing up. Hold on. That's what happens when you use beta software, everybody. Watch this. I'll just press this button right here. Come on. No, don't want to rename it. Then I hit pick, and then just by hitting pick, then it pops up. This is a program called Polypop, which is a really great program, by the way. Really ingenious. You can program it to do all sorts of things, like slide it in and have different inputs. This is live on the thing, and this is live in the game right here. I'm sitting there, but you can see it's live in the game. Very cool. Now we're going to get into some New World tonight. We're going to do some Kis tography. We're going to try not to get all wrapped up in doing those outpost rushes again. We're going to probably do a little Kis tography first, and then maybe see what my team needs. And if they don't need anything, then we'll run around, maybe do some outpost rushes, or if they're up for some outpost rushes, we might do that. Now, there might also be some invasions that we can sign up for. Right now, it's about 10 o'clock, so we might run around, look for invasions first, and then get into some Kis tography as well. But we definitely want to do our dailies, which is to go and get your try to get your armor. There we go, brain. We'll try to get your armor built up higher and higher and higher, because the higher you get your expertise level, the better and better armor that you can wear and use. Now, you can actually wear the legendary level 600 armor, or 625 eventually armor, but you can't utilize it unless your expertise has been built up to that level where it's giving you those benefits. And it really makes a huge difference in expeditions, and I hear that it really makes a massive amount of difference in the mutated expeditions as well. Now, they made a lot of killer awesome changes already to the game, and we've got a lot of cool ones coming up as well, especially for March. If you missed that video that I put up there from Devon Kim, incredibly great video on all the awesome things, insane things, as he says, that are coming to New World. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. Hopefully my crew's getting pumped and ready to go. And again, today's usually a day where I just take a little bit of time to go around a map and just work on stuff that I need to work on. And then I spend Thursdays and usually Saturdays running around my team. Now, this Saturday, I'm going to be working on a bunch of IRL stuff. So I won't be on stream on Saturday during the day, but I will still be here for my team. We'll do a crafting exchange. We'll do all that stuff offline and try to get them going and doing their stuff. And then I will have to do a bunch of IRL stuff. But at least I'll be here for those meetings and try to help out, as well as we will here on Thursday. Now, they're just pretty much open-ended events where we could do portals, we could do running expeditions, or we could do stuff like loot runs or help people with their quests or whatever it is. I try to leave it very open-ended, so whatever people need, that's what we work on. So very cool. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. We got Riverdog backing me up tonight. He is my awesome mod. Make sure to show him lots of love. Follow those chat rules. Makes it way easier for him to go ahead and do what he does. Keep that chat looking awesome. Got I Am Death coming in. Hey, I Am Death. Thank you for being here. We'll go ahead and send those back up and send you guys back over there. And let's get into it. Let's dive right into it. Now, here I am looking sexy, sitting on the map table. That's what I find sexy. Maps. So yeah, we're sitting here. This is a territory planning. Now, I can't really do anything with this particular thing because I don't own the actual territory itself. Now, if I did, I could go in and I could upgrade the keep, or I could upgrade the capital, and I could do all of that stuff. Right now, they got improving lifestyle stuff that they have going, and they have all sorts of cool active buffs that you can get going here, and so on and so forth with all of these things. That you can unlock if you want to own a territory. Now, territory comes with a burden of having to defend that territory each and every time someone throws it into contention. So, if you want to see the upcoming wars, they're right up here. Fort Windsward, the Covenant and the Marauders are going to fight over it. And then over here, Fort Ebonscale Reach, which is right here, is also going to be fighting against the Covenant here from Foe Fiddly. Gotta love the name. And so they're going to battle out. Now, I'm on the Syndicate on the purple side because they're the smart peeps. They try to, resolve things together. Fort Monarch Bluff coming up at 10:30. Is that today? Tuesday, March 8th. Yes, so we might have to pop to Monarch's Bluff. Fort Everfall as well. So let's go to Monarch's Bluff while we're thinking about it. Let's fast travel over there as quickly as possible so we can try to jump in. Now, I've been noticing that if you get too close to the event, that it doesn't let you get in on the warboard as well. So we'll try to see if we can get into an invasion. If I do, I will have to turn off the sound so you guys can't hear the Discord because some of those people just cuss every other word. And not like I'm any saint, everybody, but I have grown past the area of my life where I need to cuss every other word. Really completely unnecessary. It doesn't accentuate your point any more than if you just said it normally. Let's grab that town board stuff and let's see if we can get in. Oh, these guys try to get on the warboard. Oh, yeah, sign up. Boom, sign up successful. We got it. Nice. Wish you could sign up for multiple of them. Let's see. Also, after that one, we got Fort Everfall as well later tonight. So maybe we can get one done. Let's see. By the time that one's done, this one have already been selected. So maybe we get one in today. There are 11 upcoming wars in this world. Sweet. Look at all these invasions tomorrow as well during the day. I got things to do, everybody. I got things to do. We're going to play some Satisfactory. I was a little worried that that New World was offline because it wasn't letting me log in. So I was assuming that maybe it was down or getting an update or something like that. Supposedly there's an update coming through for a bunch of stuff. But we got in there. We're good to go. So let's get back to the back to my primary house, and we're going to work on our town board stuff. Let me say hello to everybody. Hey, everybody. Well, I can't hear him for some reason. Oh, I can't hear you for some reason.
Sorry about that. How's it going?
All going good. How you doing, Doc?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
I'm just going to be running around mapping and doing some invasions. They got an invasion going on in about 30 minutes in Monarch's Bluff and some other ones, if you're interested. You don't have to, though. No pressure. It's not like a team event. I just happened to notice it.
Yeah, I probably don't have any tonight. I had a hard day at work today.
Oh, no worries. Just log in, relax, take it easy. That's a good way to go. Oh, look at this cool helmet. Primeval leather hat. Look at all this neato stuff. There we go. Man, I wish you could get this stuff as cosmetic. One of the things I sent in, by the way, over the weekend was to have cosmetic slots, right? Because this is kind of annoying because look how many sets, and they're all kind of jammed together in there, and sometimes you don't know which one goes to what. And it'd be nice to have different sets where you could just say, okay, now I want to be in this set, or I want to be in the other set, I want to be in the other set, right? You could just go ahead and switch your various sets as you're doing your thing, running around. Now, speaking of doing my thing, I need to get some skill food over here. Let's see, what do I feel like doing today? Probably getting some ore and whatnot. And let's see what else. We've got plenty of potions for right now. We've got our mana. We've got our thing there. We got our hearty meal. We're looking good there. We've got our primary weapons here. And then also our void gauntlet. So that's all looking good. Now let's go ahead and check in on the town board. I love working the town boards, everybody. That's probably my favorite thing, other than hanging out with my team. But working the town board is pretty fun. Oh, we got a bulwark, one over here too. Yeah, bulwark, Burke right there. So we'll pin these objectives. Now I'm just going to run my little daily. Now in the background, everybody, I have Photoshop going in the background. Now I've been a graphic designer for over 30 years. Of course, I've been using computers for 50 years, pretty much since I was born, or at least been gaming since then. But when computers came out in the late 70s, early 80s, and I was right there. Luckily, I had parents who bought an Apple II, not the Apple IIe, by the way, the Apple II, the original one, and also Commodore 64, Amigas. We had the Magnavox Odyssey in the early 70s, which is the very first gaming console. So I grew up around electronics and was very, very lucky in my career as a graphic designer because I already knew computers. And when computers and graphic design came together in the early 90s, guess who was there and the only person who had years and years of experience with both? That's right, me. And that's where I made lots of my money because I happened to know all that stuff that everybody was just learning at that time. And still today, people are just learning it as well. So I'm 30 years ahead of all of them. Imagine like you saw Star Wars like 30 years before anybody else got to see it. That's pretty much me with graphic design, at least digital graphic design. I also know the traditional way of doing page layout, which is actually using film and cutting different pieces and parts together by putting it on film, and then you composite it together, and then eventually it gets composited to a plate, and that plate gets stamped onto a piece of paper. That's right. And so I'm very, very knowledgeable with Photoshop and Illustrator and all of those programs because I used them when they first came out. That's right. The very first version of Photoshop, Illustrator, and a lot of other things in the late 80s. A lot of these programs started coming out, and they hadn't reached a point yet where you could do what you could do today, because this file I have right now is 1.2 gigs. That's right. It is absolutely massive as a file goes. Now, this is funny because this is only Windsward, right? If you think about the total map that's in the game, right? Like, so we go look at the game, right? The total size of that map. This is only this section right here. Only this right there. So you can imagine how big the main file is where I cut this out of. Now, one of the smart things we used to do way back in the day, because it would take so long, is we would take a segment of whatever it is we were doing. So say we were color correcting something, we would cut just a small segment out of there. We would do all the stuff we needed to do to that small segment, and then later on we would come back and we would apply it to the larger one, because then we could iterate on it and do stuff. Because every time you ran a filter or whatnot, it would literally take 20, 30 minutes. So you would start it going, and you would go to the next computer, and then you would start something going, and then you would go to the next computer and start something going, and so on. And I used to work 8 computers at the same time, sometimes up to 15, all running different things, doing different things, one outputting, one doing Photoshop, one doing illustration or printing or plotting or whatever it was doing, always doing something, multiple things simultaneously. And that was my skill, everybody. My skill was problem solving, and that's probably my best skill I have. In the skill quiver, as they say, right? And one of those things that I love to do is I love maps. Now you're like, well, Kismet, you can just look this up online. Oh, absolutely. I could just look it up online. It's already done for me. I could just know where everything's at, and then just take away the mystery of the entire game if I wanted to. I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to do that. The fun is in the doing, not necessarily in the knowing. Now, I already kind of know where most of the stuff is here in Windsward because I ran around there, but there's probably a few things that I have not discovered yet, and on this journey of mapping it out, I'm going to discover those little hidden gems, I hope, along the way. Now, some of the stuff that we've already done, we've already gone up here into this Inkwell Cave here, and it probably has a name, which it does. I got Inkwell Wolf, and it probably has a name, and we could go ahead and tag it with this particular name. In this case, oh, wait! Or we're going to wait for that because now we're in the invasion. Oh, it's such a tease. I'm such a tease, everybody. Well, we made it in the invasion. Now, I didn't know if I was going to make it because it is totally random. So I guess we'll find out here in a second. Yep, I am in the invasion. Now, what they're going to do, everybody, is they're going to spam... Oh, I made it in the invasion. I'm going to pop over the invasion real quick, and then I'll be back in a bit, everybody. Okay, so what I'm going to do is they're going to put a number in there. There we go. So they're spamming it there in chat. What I have to do is I have to turn the sound off so we don't have to listen to them cuss every 5 seconds over here in OBS. Now, I'm going to be able to hear it, but you guys won't be able to hear it. And then I have to go to a new server over here on Discord. So I'm going to join a server, and then I'm going to type this code in. like this. And now put a 1 in the chat if you cannot hear what they're saying right now. They're all talking right now. Put a 1 in chat if you cannot hear them. All right, let's get into this invasion. We're going to get into it. Now, they're going to put me in a certain group, and we're going to get into trouble. As you do. Fort gate. Okay, now let's look at our gates. So we got our left gate. We got our right gate. Over this way. I see Steve's in here, too. We got our center gate. We got our right gate. Right over here. Oh, God. Bad language. Bad language. Now, also what we have in the back here is we also have our exit, our fort gate exit back here. So what they're going to do is they're going to assign us to different areas. And then those different areas, you go and defend. In my case, I am a healer. So I'm going to go ahead and switch in my healing gear. Like this. And I'm going to use my life staff and my void gauntlet. Right over there. We're going to get into it here in a bit. Okay, so we're just kind of waiting to get an idea of what group they're going to put us in. Just kind of wait around until they assign us various places. All right, so you can't hear them because they're cussing up a storm. And it happens. It kind of happens. And actually, I think I'll mute my microphone, too. There's Steve right there. He's in here hanging out. What we're doing is we're waiting for them to basically go in and assign everybody to different jobs for what they're going to do. So we're waiting for them to put us in different groups. I got to find out what group I'm in currently. They'll mix us around. I'm in group 1. I seriously doubt they're going to leave me in group 1. You guys can't hear this, but I'm listening to them talk about grouping up the different people. So they're working on ranged peeps. Steve is a range person, so I love to listen to battle tactics and how they set up their grouping and all of that stuff. That's how you learn, everybody. Don't assume that you already know everything when you go into a battle. Talking about it. So left.
Lead slow. Lead slow.
Let me get in here and crank this up to 300 so I can see their text. It looks like I got another healer, Frankie Stride. Give him the overview. One through 4 stays where they are. 5 through 8 rotates. And 9 is for repairs. Good tactic. Good tactic. So basically, he's got 4 units that do not move. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 stay at the 4 different positions, and then all the other ones rotate as needed. And Group 10 is their siege group. This is just so later on when I watch this video back and I want to use this tactic in the future. If we ever do take over a location, which I don't know. I don't know how much interest there is in the guild to take over that stuff. Who is this guy? This guy's a great caller. Shay is new. Spriggan, Brute, Commander, Priest, and Bear. In that order. This guy has a very soothing voice, too. Tanks grab the bears and pull them away from the group. And tank them. Oh, there's a siege group, and they take out all the bombers and the other stuff. Mid-grade brute is potentially very bugged. Do not bug out the mid-grade brute by shooting him from range up on top of the walls. I think they're talking about. Not me. They're asking if someone in Group 1 can call out for the left gate. I'm just gonna do my healing, everybody. I'm going to do what I do. Oops. All right. Ready to get this on, everybody. Now, I was going to do some Kis tography, but I thought, there's probably low chance I'm going to get in this invasion. I'll go ahead and jump in there. But we're ready to rock. Let's go. 15 seconds. Again, you can't hear all of the dialogue because I turned it off because I don't like people doing homophobic or racial slurs or cussing every 5 seconds. I heard the cow. You guys didn't hear it. He said cow left, and then he went mrrr. That's funny.
Let's go!
Also try to get some shots in there as well to do a little DPS as they're running at me. I do a lot of, in the first stages, it's real slow, everybody. So you do a lot of, you know, external healing and slow healing and that kind of stuff. Also like to move left and right, so when those snipers come out, when those snipers come out, they don't just snipe you. Because if you move left and right, you can actually dodge the NPCs. One of the parts I like about this game, the healing, though, is terrible. It is really not well done. It's very, very difficult to heal and keep people up if they have a lot of mobs on them, or a lot of people. If you're doing PvP, it's very difficult, because my main heal is to click. And so you'll see me clicking a lot as we go along, just to supplement the heals that are going on. And then also see me dodge roll every now and again to get my stuff up. Just rocking it.
Let's go!
Okay. Now, what happens is there's like a minute rest between the different phases. And right now we have until 26 minutes. And so everyone's going to run in, grab any other like haste potions or traps or anything like that that they need. And they're going to get those prepared for the next round. And it steadily gets tougher and tougher and tougher over time. And our goal is to keep them from breaching the gates. That's pretty much it. Now, at some point, this is going to get really hard, and we're going to take a lot of damage. Now, why do you do this in the first place? Well, the reason why you're doing this is because you're going to get rewards from this. Now, I don't know if it's worth 30 minutes of your time, but, you know, same thing about Outpost Rush and other things like that you are doing together as a group. And of course, if they don't have enough people in their team, right, to defend it and do these invasions, because they can only choose 10 people. They can't choose everybody in there. So they're going to get a bit of randoms come in as well. So that's going to be a difficult factor. Yeah, they're sniping them from up there. So you got your peeps up on the top. Working the siege equipment. I'll get up here a little better view. There we go. Again, it's real slow in the beginning, but it goes a little faster later on. You'll start getting tougher and tougher mobs start to spawn. See, as you can see, my whole healing is pretty much just clicking.
Lead.
They're just cross-talking right now, everybody. As a guild leader, cross-talking is good because it does, you know, especially in the early stages, it keeps the mood lively. But in dangerous situations, when there's a lot of mobs coming, and it could be, you know, dangerous to losing the team, that's when it's troublesome. Again, super easy right now, everybody. It gets harder, don't worry. Again, move right in the very beginning, because you're going to get snagged, whatnot. And we'll kind of heal our peeps over here on the left. What I'm trying to do is not put my heal down where the other person's putting their heal. The thing about healing in this game is that you're constantly trying to put down the heals where they're going to be and not where they are. Right? When you go to put something down, when you're putting down a circle under someone's feet, you have to think, are they going to move left, right, forward, backwards? Where are they going to go to? Because they're constantly getting knocked out of there, or they're knocking the mobs back, which means they constantly have to move forward. It makes the healing really incredibly difficult, for sure, as a healer, big time. So, yeah. Hey, Scrippler, what up? All right, 3 of 8. And there was a little break there, as you saw. cracking a bunch of jokes. Spriggan left. So this I learned the last time. What you do is you body block the mob. Get him before he gets over there. And now we've got ranged coming in. We got someone down there. Stand in the heels, bro. I'm watching the tank more than anybody else. Want to see where my tanks are. And whatnot.
Let's move! Let's move!
Just trying to block him. I learned this one on the last one too. You just sit there and block him as much as you can, and then he can't run all the way in. And then GG. Oh God, here comes another. This guy's painful. Don't let that guy hit you. Get over there, bro, that commander. Now, see, while you're fighting this guy, behind you, another guy gonna show up. And I'm just gonna keep trying to take this guy out. I feel like the commander is probably the toughest. Oh, look out. Dodge roll out of there, bro. Oh, you see that guy dodge roll right in front of my heels? Dodge roll right in front of my heels. I was trying to throw it on the tanks here. But you do what you gotta do, right? Look at them all. Look at all the range coming over. What a brilliant idea. Great idea to have them switch over onto this side. Everybody needs that heal. It'll be right there. And there we go. Another phase is good. Now we're on phase 4. And we've got 4 more to go, as you can guess. So I'm just kind of spreading out the heal, right? I've sent the heal over on that side and this side, and then they can just stand on the heal. Now, most of the time, I'm just standing here because my heels are on the ground. And I don't think I can quite reach those guys from here. So I just do what I gotta do. Overlap that heal a little bit. Now again, I might as well use up my heals because I don't really need them right this second. So I usually just keep them down just in case anyone got a little extra damage. And I try to get in there and help them out with a little bit of DPS, but not so much because the less damage they take, the less I need to heal them. Right? Right. I can tell you. And then really my main heal is this. Click. Click, click. Now, I've healed for tens of thousands of hours, and I can tell you this is one of the most frustrating healing in any game because what that guy just did. See how I started to shoot the beacon at the main tank, and then he moved over right at that exact moment when it was coming out as my spell, and then it hit him instead of the person I was trying to aim it at. Pretty easy so far. Just chilling out. Getting that loots. These guys are barely taking any damage. This guy taking a bit of damage. And I got blown up. See where they're going to be and not where they are, everybody. See, they're going to be right there. See? That takes some practice. Takes some practice to kind of know where they're going to end up and not where they are actually at. There goes my tank.
Let's go!
There we go. Another phase until 15. Now, the interesting thing about holding a position, everybody, or holding a thing to do invasions or wars, is that it costs a massive amount of your team's time. And that's why I opted out of that in the very beginning, because everyone had to rush to get to max level. Then we would have had to spend all of those funds getting our characters built up really quickly. And then we would have missed all of the leveling and all of that fun that we had together, which is great. I really enjoyed the leveling part, getting to where I'm at now, and then just taking my time, right? I'm not in a giant hurry to get my stuff to maximum. You know, I'm just taking my time so I don't get burned out in the game, which is what most people do. They'll burn themselves out in the game, and then what they'll do is then move on to another game. Like, they'll burn themselves out in this game, then they'll go play another game like Lost Ark, and then they burn themselves out in that game, and they go another game, and they play really hardcore like that. And hey, their games, they can do whatever they want. Me, I take my time. I try not to rush through. Oh, here we go. Okay, now this is a brute coming in, so we want to kind of basically block him and stun lock him. Oh, missed him. Nope, missed him. Try to slow him as much as I can before he runs. He gets to a certain part and then he runs. And then he like runs back and tries to get you. My job is to watch out for everybody. Like, there's a guy over there getting swamped with mobs. I just saved his life. There we go. Now, I don't know any of these people, other than Steve, who's on there. And this is just a random group invasions that you can get in with. So you can get in with these groups and then work together on whatever you want to do, right? So if you want to run around and do wars, you can get in with certain groups who do wars. You can get in with certain groups who just do PvE. Or kind of a mixture of stuff that we like to do. We're not so hardcore PvP that we like go no lifer on it, but also we like to do PvP from time to time. I know I like to do it, and this is actually PvE that we're doing right now. I can hit their brute from over here. No, I can't see him. He's behind the thing. Stay diligent. I put mine slightly forward because I knew that they were going to push into him. Look at this body block. Wow, really good. This is good teamwork, everybody. Good teamwork right here. I might want to heal everybody. There we go. Wow, that was on point right there. That's probably one of the best body blocks I've seen. Nice job, guys. Nice job. That's some good teamwork right there. All right. Now, again, I've done this several times now, and it's fun. It's a lot of standing around, though. So if you don't like standing around for like a half hour, then this might not be the thing for you. But I like, my favorite part of it is that we're all working together as a team. That's always my favorite part of anything that we do as a group. Whether it's my team or with random people in the world, is to work together toward a common enemy, toward a common goal, right? I find that to be very, very fun. Also enjoy doing PvP from time to time as well. Like Outpost Rush, I've been doing a bunch of those with the crew. We were doing that over the weekend. We got everybody together. We got them all in group, and then we were running Outpost Rush a bunch of times and working together. That was a lot of fun, too. We won, like, I don't know how many we did. We must have did, like, 5 to 10 of them, and we won 8 out of 10. That's pretty awesome. And, you know, we made a little bit of difference there, I think. In the fact that I was doing the healing, and then the other team was holding him down and knocking him, stunning him, and then turning the tide against the other side. When you are going in as a group, I find that you have a bigger chance of making a difference, for sure. And my job is just to follow my members around and heal them as much as I can. I got one job, everybody, and that is to facilitate the greatness in my team. And it's really fun. These are actually really enjoyable. I especially like that teamwork move they did there. Watch this. They're going to move forward into right there. One is trying to sneak by. Those ones. There we go. Triple shake. Get it. Oh, it was all me, everybody. Look, I'm going to destroy it all by myself. I can't even hit it from where I'm at. Look out, dude. There's nobody there. Oops. Meant to push my right mouse button. I got you, bro. Be easier if you stand on my heels. There you go. Thank you, man. What we got going over here? Oh, no, he went down. I thought that other healer had it, but apparently no. Whoa, here we go again. Get up there, get up there. Oh, nope, too late. Oh, God, too many stuns. Now what I'm going to do is use a AoE heal, or a heal over time. And then overlap them, because the other person put it down a little too far away. And there we go. Very nice. Okay. We got ours down, man. Man, Team 1 is the alpha team over here. Of course, thanks to all the ranged. The ranged came over and was helping us with that one. Appreciate the ranged peeps. Now, we have about 20 seconds. That was the end of that 20 seconds, he said. And then we're into the next phase, which here we go again. Try to slow him a little bit. And then switch weapons. Throw some heals in here. Some boost damage. Then back to my main heal. Then I'm just going to spam the heck out of it. And there we go. We didn't lose anybody that time. Now you got to watch out in the back. Peeps in the back are going to get hit. And so we're going to go ahead and heal a bit of the peeps in the back. And then watch our peeps in the front. Try to slow him down at least a little bit because he runs at a certain point. And then when he runs in there... Yeah. Boosting their health. He's going to move, so I'm going to move my health over on that side because they're going to try to reverse on him. There we go. Then I just click like crazy, everybody. I'm not only clicking on the mob, but I'm also clicking to do this. And when I run out of mana, like right there, I just pop a mana potion, throw him some love, boom, double heals. And that one is dead. Whoa! Oh no, not me, not me. I don't want to die. I'm too good looking. Now I'm gonna... Whoa, whoa, they're after me again. Uh-oh. That thing is beaming people. I'm gonna stand in the heels, bro. All right, body block the sprig. Let's go, baby. Come on, we got this. We got this. Come on, I'm just gonna hold him up. Let's go, let's go. DPS, DPS. Look at that body blocking. Nope, no, no. No, you don't, bro. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, hey, watch on the right there. Watch on the right. There we go. There we go. I don't think so. Nope, 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 nope. You're not going nowhere. Up, nope. Get in front of him, get in front of him. Ah! Bear! Someone brought the bear back to us and knocked us off. Why do they bring the bear back to the group? He specifically said, do not bring the bear to the group. Whoa, priest coming in. Ah, darn it. Stupid heels. Oh, that's because he blocks my ability. He blocks my ability to send it in there. He has like a shield that blocks my ability to heal. See, like right there, I got to get all the way in here and stand right there, and then I can heal. Little good thing to know as a healer. But I can still click my fingers and heal that way. Whoa, bro, get in there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. We're going to get stompy stomped here for a minute. This is the part where things start going wrong. Come on, switch weapon. I'm shooting him, brute. I'm not even in charge of shooting him. I'm shooting him, nope. Ah, interrupted. Whoa, 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 whoa. Eat that potion. Dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll. Oh, God, he likes me. He wants to give me hugs. Got a whole bunch of ads on me as well. Somebody brought the bear over here. Ah, bear! A second one! Oh, now this is when things go horribly wrong. You better bring that DPS group over here. Holy mackerel, look at this nonsense. Where's my tanks at? Just keeping them busy. Trying to heal. Dodge roll, dodge roll, dodge roll. Potions, potions, potions. Come on, come on. There we go. Back on the boss. Wow, bear on me again. Double interrupts there. Nice. Okay, again, my job is to heal, though. Why is he not healing? It's weird. Oh, he's not actually standing in the heal. I wish someone would take all these mobs off of me. It'd be way easier to heal if I didn't have 10 tons of mobs on me. I can't even see. Bear. My job is to kite, everybody. I'm going to kite until I can't kite no more. Oh, they're on me now. Now I am dead. Try to get a heal in before I die. It's apparently just me. Drag him away. I dragged him away from the door as best I could, everybody. Give up. Hey, there it is. I kept him busy long enough. Whoo! See me kiting all those mobs at the end, everybody? that was a lot of work. Woo! I was making me nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. All right, I'm out of there. Now, the second I am done with those invasions, I go back to my crew. I don't just hang out in there the whole time. So I'm going to bounce back to my crew over here and hang out with them if they need anything over here. All right, awesome. Did a decent amount of healing there. A couple 100K. And a bit of damage. And I could have looked at all of that stuff, too, all the stats. I had stopped looking at the stats after a while, everybody. I just try to keep, forging forward, going forward little by little. All right. And there we go. Let's see. We got 5 peeps online. I'm going to say hi to everybody. That was a fun invasion. That was a fun invasion. And get out of this stupid chat. There we go. All right. There we go. Yeah, 2 outpost rushes, 1 hours each, lost both. Point spread in both was less than 50 points. Wow. Oh, that was a close one. Cap doing some OPRs. All right. OPR stands for Outpost Rush, by the way, for those who don't know that. I didn't know that. That's why I had to ask. I'm not afraid to ask those kind of questions, everybody. Let's get the faction board up. And then we'll run back over here. Oh. Looking. Server layout not showing. Oh, I forgot to switch to the server layout. That was what I was going to do at the very top of the stream. I forgot. Thanks for that reminder. That's what I meant to do right as I was coming in. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to magically move all the stuff around so you can see what server we're on, because someone's going to ask me in the chat, as they always do. Now, this is what you want to see in your server, everybody. You want to see it nice and busy, people running around, doing all of the things they are doing. And this server is actually locked down now. There are so many people on this particular server. So once again, the team is lucked out and got on a Poppy server. That's popping off. So very, very fun to work together to run around and get into all sorts of trouble as well. We're turning the town board there. We'll try to go ahead and do some more. Now, I seriously doubt I'm going to get into this, the next invasion, this one here. This is Tuesday. The other one, because that one is going to fire off. Where's the Tuesday one? Maybe it already went. right here. The Tuesday one, which is Fort Everfall, which is literally right now. So I'm not going to get into that one, and I don't want to do too many of those to where I can't do all of my kind of kistography. I know some of you like to watch me do that, and so I like to kind of balance all of those things. Wow, look at this. Nice. Let's go ahead and do some more stuff. Look, I have done 0 weaponsmithing. I've just done those, and I'm at 120 weaponsmithing. Now, I need a bunch of rawhide, as I can see here. Yeah, definitely rawhide, a bunch of iron, and stuff of that nature. And so we're going to go ahead and do some more kistography where we go around and we basically look for different hidden places that we might not have discovered and make little notes of where the mobs are and what's where with what. But first, I'm going to take a quick break after that. I need to rest my hands after all that clicking. And I shall be right back. Enjoy these AFK highlights. That's funny. I came back to the first time I died. It wasn't my fault. It was probably my fault the first time I died. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do a bit of kistography. Now, if you've never seen this, everybody, if you're just joining us, so welcome to the stream. My name is Kismet. I've been a graphic designer for over 30 years. As you can see here, we are notating a bit of what's going on here in Windsward. And I know we can look this up, but part of the fun is actually in the doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this one right here, and I can actually grab this on the map. And you're like, well, Kismet, where'd you get this map from? Well, that's a fantastic question. If you were thinking it, I did it myself. That's right. There's my character right there. And what I did is at the very beginning of the game, you can see I'm in my I'm wearing light armor there. So you know that was a really long time ago. And so you can see that I've made a screenshot. So what I did is I took a screenshot and then another screenshot and another one back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Remember, this is only Windsward here. This is only a small portion of the entire map. So I went back and forth across the whole entire map. I literally took thousands of screenshots and put them together into my own map, because then I could call it mine, just as we did. And so there we go. So we're going to go ahead and put this over here. And we want to go ahead and make sure that we name this over here as well, whatever it is. So you're going to see me just grab a bunch of stuff, move it around so I can put stuff in there as well. Curiosity, greed. What's that? It's a sword and an axe. Nice. I don't know what he's talking about. All right. Oh, you guys can't hear. Hold on. Let me put them back on so you guys can hear them talking.
Within Lazarus, you get like...
There you go. Okay. So, again, what we're going to do is just wander our way out here. Oh, wait. We forgot to open our stuff. Oh, and we forgot to do our gypsum as well.
White.
Oh, great axe of the nomad. Okay, we got an increase of our axe. Very nice. Now, that was the whole reason we just did that, everybody. We spent a half hour running through there just so that we could get a bit of gold and a bit of resources or drops so we can increase our weapon level and all of that. And so that's what that just did. It just increased that weapon level. Now, I'm going to go ahead and swap out for my rapier here just so I can do a little zoom.
Ancient because it has
like that. Okay, let's go over here. We don't even need to use the thing. Get you, turkey. And what I do is I have this standard thing I do each and every day because you get bonus XP or bonus resources or bonus rewards. There we go. Bonus rewards for running your faction missions every day. Now, you really want to run the high-end ones if you're looking for tokens. For me, I'm just looking for reputation with Windsward because I'm working up my Windsward ever so slowly here in game. Now, there's no way I'm going to be able to compete with other people who are playing 10, 20 hours a day. They're going to get their stuff up way higher and way faster than me. But I do spend a good amount of time during the week working on stuff as we go along. Now, where I am right here, I believe we already did where I'm at right here on the map, right here. And you can see that we found black boars, some gray wolves, and whatnot. And we're standing right about here, and we're going to run up this little area like this up into here where we have our Inkwell wolves and so on. Now, we can actually find out the name of this simply by rolling over it. It's Inkwell Cave. I could have guessed that by the name of the mobs. They have all the name of the mobs have the name of typically the area in which they're in. And you can see that the actual location is right there on this little like inlet. And so we're going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to move this down to here. Now, the cool thing is this map is at size. So this is huge, everybody. This is 1.2 gigs in size, this one section of the map. So let's try to get this separate. Oh, or unless it doesn't want to let me. Let's just click it over here. There we go. That'll make it easier. We move this down here, and then we'll just call this. We'll hit T if it wants to go to T today. Come on. There we go. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Lagzilla. There we go. All right. Take this and Inkwell. Inkwell. Is it Inkwell Cave? Man, that is laggy like crazy. Let's look at it again. Inkwell Cave. Yes. All right. Now, again, the fun is in the doing, everybody, not necessarily the knowing, right? So I can look this up online. Sure, I can go on there. I can look it up and do all of that. But part of the fun is to explore and, you know, act like you were actually there and play that way. And that's how I like to play in every game that I play, not just New World or MMOs, but also in RPGs or space games, survival games, whatever it is. If I was really there, this is what I would be doing. And that is basically taking notation. Gotcha. Taking notation of what I run into on the way so that if I need it again later on, I can come back and I can find it. So we need to run up in here. Now, what was our other one we got here? Oh, yes, the take out the smuggler guy. Now, I usually run this every day anyway because it also gives me some basic resources that I need. And again, we already did a lot of this. So I collect all this stuff and then I give it to my members so they can use it as part of their stuff or as part of their crafting. There we go. And we also have in some area here, which doesn't look like it's up, is some weirwood. We also got some platinum in here, so we're going to grab some of that. Oh wait, we should use our food. There we go. We should go ahead and put in all of our outfit here. There we go. Now we got it. And then what this does is increases the yield of it. Now, I should have put it on earlier when I first came out of the invasion because it does help a lot with collecting. And supposedly, according to my group, that it does take about 15 minutes for that actually to kick in your actual outfit. I want to make sure that my thing was all the way up so I'm not missing anything in chat. So it does take about 15 minutes or so to kick in. So we'll see. We'll see how well I get the yield and how well I get the stuff. It doesn't really matter because most of this stuff just goes to my team anyway. So, and there we go. And over here, we'll get the gold going on. Boom, there we go. Oh, right there. Okay, and I think we've already got those two. We do. Okay, and then every time we get to this point, I'm like queued for the outpost rush, and then boom, I got pulled in there. But we're not going to queue for that tonight. We're going to just work a bit on this for a little while, and then we'll get into some outpost rushes later on. But let's first get over here and map out the rest of this corner. Just for funsies. Now, what I really should do is wait for that to cool down for another 5 seconds and switch out my healing staff. Because I don't really need to level my healing staff, so having it on me and using it is really not going to give me any benefit. Now, actually, I have 2 of them. One that gives me luck right here, Bitter Shatter of the Scholar, which gives me rare items from chests and monsters, where this one over here is more like my actual battle one, which gives me a boost to healing. So really, I want the luck one so I get a chance at more loot, and also I can work on my Void Gauntlet, which I need to work up anyway as well. Wow, that was a nice big crit there. Bam, bye-bye, suckers. And then now I have a higher chance of potentially getting some good loot here. But remember, this is a level 25 area, so good loot is a questionable term in this case. And we can just annihilate these guys. Now, as I get higher and higher level in my expertise over here, these are going to do much more damage and be able to be much higher. I'm at 536 now. And so now my gauntlet can go all the way to 520, and then it will continue to go up. So if I get another one that has the luck on it that's much higher, which I think I have actually in my bank somewhere, that I can use that higher level one to do even more damage, or when it comes to the case of armor and whatnot, you can use it to resist damage. Oh. Very nice. There we go. If anybody needs anything, by the way, I'm over here just doing cartography, so if you guys need anything in my dailies, let me know.
Alright.
I'm going to be doing some outpost rushes later on, but for right now, I'm just going to do this for a bit. All right. So Monday's like my, or Tuesday, sorry. Tuesday's like my day where I run around and just do random stuff. Like in this case. Because these are the only times I have to play, right? Again, I do streaming, and then also I have like 5 jobs, everybody. As a streamer, my job is not only to do the streaming, but also to do the video editing, post stuff on YouTube, work on the social media, you know, work with sponsors. So I'm like the business manager, the video editor, I'm the graphic designer. You know how it goes, everybody, when you're the everything person. And so I'm always doing that. Plus, I'm also the team leader of my guild, so I'm also spending a lot of time behind the scenes, posting events and getting people together to do stuff as well. That's why we have our events more toward the end of the week. I find that most people can be around usually Thursdays and Saturdays, and so I moved it more to then. And then also you got to have that, you got to have the game be great too, right? And they got a lot of great changes coming for March. So we'll see how much member participation we have. And if we don't have a lot of member participation, if people aren't interested in playing the game, I'm not going to force them to play the game, everybody. That's not how I work. I just go, hey, is everybody still interested in playing the game and working together? And if they say yes, then I continue the guild. If they say no, they're like, kids, man, we want to go play some other game. Then we will just say, okay, well, that was fun, and we'll go play another one. That's how we roll. Getting alerts on my thing. Do I need to kill any of these guys? I don't think so. Oh wait, I'm not marking all of these things. It just dawned on me. Hold on. I forgot to mark this. I got all talking to you guys. Let's go back. And what we want to do is we want to mark over here at this particular location. So we're gonna have to double back here for just a minute. And let's go mark those. Oh, we got to mark our fishing stuff, too. Oh, we should do all of that. Oh, we got all sorts of fun stuff to do. Let's go. Again, see, I'm not in a hurry to get the loot or a hurry to grind. You want to, pull in the reins a little bit sometimes and just do stuff for fun. Otherwise, it'll burn you out from that grind that they create in all MMOs, not just this one. But there's a grind at the end of every MMO, everybody. And it's there because they haven't created the rest of that content. And they want you to just sit there and grind and so on. So let's see exactly where I'm standing. I'm standing right there, kind of up the bit from that edge there. Oh, wow. Hold on. Right here. Yeah. I was in the wrong thing. I got to go over there and see what that's all about. All right, so right over here, I've got a small little chest that we're going to go ahead and pull out of here, and we'll just set it right there. There we go. Now, this is like a library of your different elements, and I just happen to know there's a small one kind of over there, and then there's a larger one that we can go ahead and grab right from over here, and we're going to drag that, and we just happen to know that larger one is right about there, roughly in that area. Now, also what we want to do is just kind of get a general idea of the area. Right here, it's called Breakwater Bolyark. And we want to go ahead and try to get this thing right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here. I'm going to bring up a little screenshot program. This is called Snip and Sketch. It comes with Windows, Windows 10 in this case. And so I can go there and I can say, you know what? In 3 seconds, I want to take a screenshot. So I'm going to say in 3 seconds, I'm going to switch back to New World, and then I'm going to wait. Boom. And then I can take a little screenshot of this little temple thing. Now, what it's going to do is it's going to copy that. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to Photoshop over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste it in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my wand tool, which I currently have set to the quick selection. There we go, magic wand. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to select the area around there. Now, you got to be careful in a really large file like this because things could crash, it could freeze, all of that kind of stuff. You definitely want to save quite often, as much as you can. So let's move this around to see if we have the right thing. It looked like it switched it to something else. It's weird that this doesn't want to move. Let's deselect. Okay, Photoshop being weird today. I'm moving something. Oh, I went into quick mask mode. That's what I'm doing. See that red right there? That's called quick mask. And that allows you to mask your different area. That actually comes from the rubylith they used to use to cover up certain areas of a layout. Like say you were taking a photo and you wanted to take that photo and merge it in with another piece of film. Well, what they would do is they would block off everything else and then just take the photo, use a contact, and burn it into another piece of film using rubylith, which was actually red. It was red transparent film, and then the sensor that was doing it blocks any red and anything that is white or inverse in negatives if you're working in negatives. Sometimes you're working negative to negative, sometimes you're working positives to negatives. If you don't know what I mean, a negative would be an inverse image, right? So whatever was white turns black, whatever was black turns white. So that's why you see that in channels and stuff as well. Like if you go over here and say we go and make a selection, right here, we'll go and grab this. Say we make a selection here, if it's going to let us do our wand stuff. Nope, it is, maybe we got it hidden. Nope. We got something going on here. Yeah, it's making me go into selection mode, which is what it should do. But it's weirdly not showing my selection. Let's see. Up here is where we show our selection. Show, come here. Extras, Control Hide, Control H. And over here, we have all of our stuff on, our smart guides, and all of that. That's fine. All of that is fine. All right. So here's what we'll do. We'll just make this easy. We'll just go like this and see if it selects. It does. Okay. And we hit Control H. It hides the selection. Control H again will then unhide. It's like a toggle. So we'll deselect. So something weird is going on with the thing that we just copy pasted in here. We need to figure out what it is. Control D to deselect. Back to our selection tool. All right, that's working. We go to wand. Oh, I'm hitting Q. That's why I'm going in and out of quick cast mode instead of hitting W. There we go. W is wand. Q. I'm hitting just the edge of Q at the same time I'm hitting W. There we go. Now we got a selection. So if you go into channels here and you go ahead and create an alpha channel out of this selection, what you should see is basically a black and white inverse negative of the image. This comes from film, everybody. This is why this is like this, is because the actual inspiration of this comes from the original film process of taking a photo, and then, of course, you would have your 3 different channels, which would be red, green, and blue. And you're like, well, Kismet, that's not red, green, blue. That's black and white. True. All images are actually black and white. They're just colored different colors to give the illusion that they're actually in color. Because if you mix certain colors together, like in the case of a computer, which uses RGB, which is red, green, blue, which is light, right? And if you combine all the light together, guess what? It gets very, very dark. So if you combine all this, the more you add to this, the darker those particular colors will get. Now, there's also transparent colors, and those are CMYK. CMYK is used in printing and publishing. You also use Pantone colors and a whole bunch of other things called spot colors along the same line. And you use those. But since I'm just doing it on the screen, there's no reason to have that other channel that you can use. Now, if I was going to color correct this, if I was going to go in and, make someone's eyes bluer, if I was going to change the color of the background or whatever it was, I would definitely work in CMYK because it gives me a more control over the printed colors, right? It's going to show me closer to what the printed colors were. Now, if I was going to do this for real, if I was really going to output this to film and then output it to, say, a magazine or whatever, I would have everything color corrected, meaning the screen would be color corrected properly to what we're outputting to and all of that. And there's a big giant book, everybody, it's like this big, that you flip through that has all of the different standards back in the day. And you can look at all the print standards, what line per inch you needed and all of that. Now, we could get deep into resolution, everybody. Resolution is always a tough one when you first start off, but I'm going to give you just the slightest overview of resolution. Now, right here, you're going to see that this is 100% by 100%. But if we look at it in pixels, it's 8,422 pixels wide by 7,000 pixels high. Now, that doesn't really mean anything other than the fact that it's really big, right? 8,000 by 7,000 pixels is a really big image. Now, if we go look at it in inches, it's saying if we have this at 72 dpi, which is the actual resolution, it's going to be 116 inches by 97 inches. I don't know about you, but 116 inches is a lot of inches, everybody. If you want to know how many feet that is, if you're in the U.S. or if you want to convert it to metric, you can also do that by simply going to millimeters. It's 2,971 millimeters, if you get the general idea. Now, if you look at pixels, by the way, you can look at pixels, 8,422. You can also look at centimeters if that's how it is, but you also have points and you have pixels. So a lot of people say that pixels don't mean anything, and I'm going to tell you that they do. There's actually a measurement system. As you become a graphic designer, very early on, they're going to introduce you to points, right? And points is points in picas, by the way. Points is typically used in point sizes, right? So font sizes, 24 point, 30 point, and whatnot, but it's actually a unit of measure. And so points and pixels are using the same version of measure. That's right. There you go. Now you have some real world translation of pixels into points. But another thing that we use all the time is picas. Now, picas are very precise, and that's why they use picas. And you will find a lot of printing and publishing stuff in picas whenever you go to do that. So definitely want to learn your picas, everybody. I know all of the measurements and how to convert them very easily by going onto Google and using the converter. Though I used to know them all by heart. In my head until they came out with all the converters, and I thought, well, this is a waste of time. They have calculators that do it too, everybody, that convert all of these different measurements. But these are units of measure or length, width, and height, where other things are units of volumes, like gallons and things like that. That has to do with liquids and things of that. So there's all these different sets of different measurements for different reasons. In the case of printing and publishing and also posting stuff on the web and stuff like that, we use all of these measurements. But probably the most one you see now is in pixels because you've got a such and such pixel camera that you're using, and then you'll see it in pixels. Now, the actual most important thing right here is this resolution. 72 dpi is the resolution of your screen. Now, some of you might have ones that say, well, it's 60 megahertz and it's all of this 144 megahertz. Forget all of that. That's actually the refresh speed. That has nothing to do with what we're doing. Well, it has kind of what to do with it if you need a real fast, responsive monitor. If you're playing games like me, speaking of playing the games, I better do a little jump before it kicks me and see if anybody's attacking me. Nope. All right. So you have different pixels per inch, right? And then there's also pixels per centimeter if you are in a country that is smart enough to switch to that. I am in the U.S., so we have not got there yet. We're too dang stubborn to switch, and you got to think that probably 90% of the country does not know millimeters or centimeters because we were not taught that stuff in school. We were taught inches and all of that kind of archaic style stuff. I luckily, when I got in high school and then also in college. I did learn that because I also was learning architecture and a whole bunch of other stuff like graphic design and all that. So I got to learn all of the different types of measurements and what they're great for. Right? Each measurement has its best thing, right? Millimeters is based on 10. So 10 is very easy to figure out calculations when you're trying to do sizes and widths and all that stuff. So millimeters is way easier. Where in the case of inches, it's based on 12. Which is not an easy thing to figure out after a while. In the beginning, it's easy, right? 12, 24, 36, et cetera, et cetera. You can figure that out. But when you're in the thousands, that's when you're in trouble. But if you're in the thousands of millimeters, guess what? It's 1,000, it's 1,010, it's 1,020, etc. So you get the idea. Now, there are certain types of resolutions. Now, first, we need to kind of back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Why is Photoshop in here as it is? Why did they create Photoshop? Why did they create Illustrator? Why did they create all that stuff? And they created all that stuff to simulate the actual original printing that came from everybody doing it by hand. That's right. They used to cut out all the text and they used to cut out all the photos. You know how I know? I've done it. I've done traditional compositing and putting stuff together and making layouts in that way. It is incredibly laborious and it requires a very steady hand and a lot of skill in making that come out right. Right? It's not just in doing, but it's in the making it come out correctly. But in my day, right at the time in which I became, in my 20s, those two things were merging together, both the digital and the traditional into one using the computer. So they came out with programs like Illustrator, which actually came out first in 1988. And then, of course, Photoshop not soon after, made by the mighty John Knoll, by the way, who made it when he was at Industrial Light and Magic. That's originally where it came from. And then, of course, Adobe took it over. And that's how we got an amazing Photoshop today. So what you want to do is think about printing, right? So printing is printed in lines per inch, not dots per inch. Lines per inch is basically 1/2, or if you think of lines per inch, you double the lines per inch to get the result you want in dots per inch. So if I want to print something at the standard in printing is 150 lines per inch, right? So if we go in here and we say, well, hold on, we want to go to pixels here, or wait, actually, we already got it here, pixels per inch. If we want to print it at 150 DPI, or 150 lines per inch, our output is 300 DPI. So we want to go ahead and change this to 300 DPI. If I change this file right here to 300 DPI, it is 3 gigabytes. So I probably don't want to do that because the size of this would be the size of an entire side of a building, everybody. It is that large in the actual computer right now because I took it at full size. It is so massive that you could literally paper a whole building with it or paper your whole house with it. It'd be so big. But at 300 pixels per inch, it's going to be at really high quality. Now, if I go ahead and change the pixels per inch, it's not going to make the image higher resolution. That is a misnomer. If you have an image that's this big and you make it 300 DPI, guess what? You should shrink it down by 1/3 because guess what? It's not going to get any higher quality. That's why you always build, whenever you're building anything in design, you always build to the largest size. Like when I'm going to output a poster, a billboard, I'm going to do a layout, I'm going to do a magazine, whatever I'm going to do, I would always start with the billboard first. Now, actually, the funny thing about billboards is they're actually low resolution. And you're like, well, Kismet, why don't they print them at super high resolution? One, they're very, very large. So you do not want to be doing that at 300 dpi or really high quality like that because the file is going to be literally hundreds of gigs. It'll be absolutely massive. And I have done it, by the way, everybody. I have actually done it at that size. I had a customer that wanted it at 300 dpi. I'm like, are people going to be walking up to it? And he's like, yeah, it's one of those ones that sit really low on the ground. I'm like, you're the customer. I'll do whatever you want. And that literally took hours and hours and hours to process and color correct and do all of that stuff. It was insane. I told him to never do that again. So normally you would actually go at a lower lines per inch. So say we have another project that's 120, right? So it's lower lines per inch, like a t-shirt, right? A t-shirt actually is very low quality as opposed to a photo that you see in a magazine, right? T-shirt is typically down in the lower lines per inches, and you can look this up online. What are the standard lines per inches for whatever it is that you want to do? Say you want to make comic books, that's a different lines per inch. If you want to do cereal boxes, those are lower quality as well, but you want to have some stuff that's higher quality and some stuff that's lower quality. Now, everything that we're talking about there has to do with images, like this image is on my t-shirt, right, of the Azoth tree. Now, the thing that's the highest quality in here is actually the text right here. Do you know this text is actually 2,540 DPI? Did you know that? The magazines that you look at, the text is 2,500 resolution. It is very, very high quality. It's this way you don't see the jagged edges. It prints at probably the highest quality thing. You do not need to print an image at 2,000 DPI, I can tell you, unless you're scanning a transparency to make a master. Now, some of you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but few of you are getting a gist of it. Back in the day, what we would do is we'd have these little tiny images. They would be this big, right? Really tiny stuff. And they're called transparencies. Now, these transparencies, even though they were this big, they were 3,000 dots per inch. They were massive thing. And in fact, they actually had no resolution really. But once you brought it in the computer, we would scan them in, little tiny things this big. We would scan them in and put them into the machine, and basically at 3,000 DPI. Then we could take that little tiny image and we could make it any size we wanted it to be, including billboards, stuff that goes on the side of buildings, stuff that goes on the side of cars and buses and stuff like that. And thus we would scan those in on a drum scanner back in the day. Those drum scanners had really high-end optics, and they would scan in the image, and they actually had a glass case on them. You would put all your transparencies on there, and then the glass thing would spin, and a little laser would scan it into the computer, right? Now, those computers cost thousands and hundreds of thousands, even into the millions of dollars. The drum scanners that we had a Hell, I think it was a 720 or 520, I can't remember the exact number of it, and it cost $250,000. We also had a crossfield scanner, which also cost $250,000. We had a thing called the Hell Chromacom, and it cost $500,000. That's right. To do basically what Photoshop does today, only way less. It only did images. That was its main thing. Now, when I came along, I figured out how to connect the Mac or the desktop machines into those high-end machines. And so we would then start sending the layouts over there, and then they would start to put the images together with those layouts, and we could output the holy grail of everything to do with printing and prepress, final film. We could output the actual final product that would then take that film, send it off to the printer, and then the printer would then make a plate, and then it would be made. They would then make the actual magazine or billboard or cereal box or t-shirt or whatever it was, right? You could make the final product in the computer. Now, right now, that seems arbitrary because everybody can do it now, 30 years later. But in those days, nobody was doing final film. Nobody. What they would do is they would do portions of it. They would output the text, and then they would output the photo, and then they would merge it together. What's called on the table, which is a light table that you would have all your film, and you'd put it all together, and then you would make your final film that way. But what I pioneered is the ability to do it all in the computer and to output one set of film. Now, the thing about compositing is you use up a lot of materials, a lot of film, a lot of compositing. You need the lights. You need to hire someone who's trained in doing that, who has a very steady hand, who's really skilled at doing that. And those people went by the wayside, and I told them to come in. I'd teach them for free how to use the computer. I taught a lot of them. I taught a lot of them how to use the computer because I knew that their job was going to transition into an all-digital job instead of being traditional there. And there's still some people who do it traditional, everybody. Still this day, T-shirts and things of that nature, they still are burning it into film and doing it all that traditional way by hand. But most everybody is doing it via the computer now, definitely. So I pioneered all of that. I pioneered the fact that the actual resolution is not 300, it's actually 304.8. is the exact correct resolution that would get it from the desktop machine and actually have it come out correctly at size in the high-end pre-press machines back in the day. So this is what I used to do, everybody, way back in the day. I was the top of my field. I worked for some of the top companies in the world, or the top companies in the world. I work with them or I work for them, depending on how you look at it. But I've done stuff for just about all of the big companies for sure. Back in the day, I did designs for them, or they would send in the designs into what's known as our pre-press and printing area, and then I would help them output their designs. I mean, some of the biggest magazines, the biggest companies in the world, record companies and giant entertainment companies and things like that. And so you got to know your resolution. So I would say the two most important things to know when you are getting started as an artist or designer, or even when you're just using the computer, is your resolution here. So you want to be 72, 300 DPI. If you're doing text, it's 2540, everybody. If I were to change this to 2540, this size of this would be 205 gigs, by the way. Back in the day, there was no way you could do 205 gigs. If you did over 1 gigabyte, the whole entire thing would fall down, and that's why you need the high-end pre-press systems that could handle those big images like that. The desktops could not. Absolutely not. It had like 16 megahertz processor, everybody, or 133 megahertz back in the day. Megahertz, not gigahertz, everybody. Megahertz, way back when. So some of your standard resolution, 72 for the screen, 300 if you're going to output your photos. And then if you output your text, I would go up to 600 DPI on your text, right? Because you're probably just going to print it to your local printer and be just fine. But if I was going to print this to go into a magazine, I would actually, there's two different resolutions. You'd have your image resolution and your text resolution. And this was on a program, on a system called the Cytex. The Cytex systems were amazing, incredible for what they did. And you had two separate resolutions for when you're outputting your layout, and one would be your images and your text. And so we would adjust that based on what the final product is. And this is something I talk about all the time. What is your final product? Start there, work your way backwards. If this is going to print, if this image is going to be printed, 300 DPI, right? But the problem is also I have text in here, everybody. I got this text in here somewhere. Where is it? Right over here. I got Inkwell Cave, right? So I've got this text in here, but I don't want this text to come out 300 DPI. That's going to suck, right? Now, this text is actually not pixels right now. It's actually vector shapes. And you're like, vector shapes? What the heck are you talking about, Kismet? Well, see, this actually is a shape of a square that looks like an L. That's basically how this was all made. Every one of the characters that you see in the computer was made by hand by somebody long ago and then digitized into the computer, or made by hand now in the computer. You could make your own fonts if you wanted to. All you have to do is go into Illustrator, draw out each character, and then set up the parameters of how all the characters are, how close they are to each other, how distance of the line spacing, their widths and heights, and how they scale. And bam, you're good to go. You got your own custom font. You can even put shapes in there, like emojis and all of that stuff in there as well. You can make your own font right from scratch, right in Illustrator, or a program like Illustrator, which you can look for very easily by going onto Google and say, free program like Photoshop. Free program like Illustrator. And then they'll show you tons and tons of free programs you can experiment around and do all the stuff I'm doing. Now, I actually pay Adobe every single month to use the Adobe suite because it's my favorite and it works incredibly well for what it does. Now, there's a few things that annoy me when they change like defaults of how stuff scales and stuff like that. That's annoying as a longtime graphic artist because you're so used to doing it a certain way, and then they change it and it actually costs you more time because they change the way that it works. But if I was going to output this, if I was going to print this, I'd hit Control P, and I've never tried to print on PC. I usually print via the Mac. All right, there we go. So your saved printer information is not compatible, saved printer no longer available, and so on. But it's going to come up anyway. Let's go ahead and look at some of the print settings. So right now I've got it set to PDF, but I can choose different types of printers, right? And I can just tell it, I want to go to different printers. Like I have a Brother printer here. It's a 4-color printer. It actually uses 4 different toners like a copier. And so I can go in there and I can adjust its print settings. And you can see what quality it is and whatnot, right? Now this is not an image setter. An image setter would have a separate window in which you would set up the image setter. And you would say, okay, the text is going to be 2540, and then the images are going to be 300, go. Or, hey, I'm going to output this for t-shirts, set it much lower. Right? Or I'm going to output this for, a corporate report, which would actually be even higher. It might be 200 lines per inch or whatnot, something that was really, really high quality. Then you would put that up. But if I did print this as it is, it would actually treat the text as that higher quality, right? It would print it at 2540, or in this case, 600 DPI if I was just going to my printer. If I was doing to image setter, it would be that higher quality. It would still retain the vector of the quality, meaning the actual lines. So instead of it going in and drawing in all of the dots, what it would do is say, oh, there's a point here and a point here. Okay, I'm going to draw a line. Okay, there's a point here and a point here. I'm going to draw a line there. There's a point here and a point here. I'm going to draw a line there. That's how vector works. It actually works on actual coding versus then actual pixels, all right? So vector versus pixel. Very, very important to leave that text high quality, so when you output this, you're not getting little pixel jagged text. Now, when I look at it on the screen here, you can see that it is pretty jagged when it goes like this, right? This is not how it will print out unless you tell it to print it out at 300 DPI. If you print it to you're going to see all those little jaggies if you print it out like that. But again, that is a bit about resolution. So important to know the difference between resolution. It's important to know the difference between all the different types of measurements that are in here, pixels, inches, centimeters, and so on, especially picas and points. Important to know all of that stuff. So a little lesson in graphic design. There you go. A little lesson in how to make your stuff come out right. Now, the other thing is formats. Like if you go save as, right, and you have all sorts of different formats, like large document format they have now, TIFF files, JPEGs, PNGs. These all have certain reasons, are used for certain types of things. Like a PNG is kind of the latest thing. We used to use Targas back in the day, and PNGs have to do with transparency. So the only time I'm using a PNG is when I have an image and then the background is transparent. Otherwise, I don't use it. Otherwise, I just use a JPEG, because if it's all filled in, the JPEG is going to be smaller, be higher quality, and also be more universally used in a lot of the printing and publishing, whatever you're doing with it. You can also use it on the web as well, and we'll automatically take that JPEG and make it available to the web browsers to grab. And the thing about JPEGs is they used to take a very long time. When I used to take an image like this and convert it to a JPEG so I could then put it onto something and then transfer it, we had special cards. Kind of like, you have a GPU now, where you have a GPU card that makes your monitor go faster, or your graphics or whatever you're doing faster. They used to have cards for JPEGing back in the day, where it would actually compress the image down and you could barely see any loss of it. In fact, when it first came out, I saw it at a convention, SIGGRAPH, when it first released. That's right, when JPEG was born back in the day. Same thing with GIF, same thing with PNG and all of the other stuff as well. I was there when it was born, when it first released, and I convinced the people I was working for, this is something we need to work on because it's going to help us a lot. So when we're archiving images and all of that stuff, we can actually start to work with them on the desktop level, on the level that I'm at. Versus having to use these very expensive, $250,000 machines to do that. And so we pioneered a lot of that. So we would take a bunch of images and we put them all in a row, and we would do them at different JPEG levels. And we bought a bunch of cards that would compress them down into JPEG, because it took forever. And then you would put them in there, and then you would output them, and then we would take the bloop. Right, the little magnifying glass called a loop in my day, and you would put it down there, and you would look at how all the dots look, right? And you would look at how the images looked, and you would look at what point do you start to see the compression. And boy, man, it was really amazing in its day. It was like night and day when it came to file sizes, because you got to think that we have a ton of clients, right? And each of those clients have a bunch of files, and those files need to be stored so that we can call them back any time in which they say, hey, could you reprint that thing? Oh, sure, hold on. Let me get the tape out. We used to have these tapes that were very, very dense tapes that could hold a lot of resources. And so we would put the tape in, and we would call back their job onto the computer, and then we would take it and we'd run it out again. Just like that. It's like it's called pickups. You would do pickups of previous jobs as well because, hey, that's how you made your money. Because you didn't have to do anything to it because it was already perfect. It ran out. We know it works great. There's nothing that needs to be done to it. All we need to do is pick it up, run it out, and cha-ching, you made some money, right? Like that. Those are the best ones, everybody. That's how you make your most profit from the ones where they keep picking up and redoing the same thing again. Like if you say you make some business cards for someone and they say, hey, could you get me some more of those business cards? Oh, sure. I'll order them up for you. And so you charge them a little bit of a fee. It doesn't take a lot of time. You get them run out, and you send it to them. Now, today, of course, you can go online and you could get business cards like that just by designing them in the web browser at this point, for sure. So my whole entire career is based around fulfilling whatever the person needs, right? So if they need an image fixed, I've gone in, by the way, and taking giant skyscrapers like this, giant, huge skyscrapers that were just, 100 stories tall, and taking other buildings out of the skyscraper. Because they didn't want us to have their competition's building in the reflection of their building. So I went in and cloned out their whole entire thing, which takes forever. I've done a lot of things with, magazines that are like rings and things of that nature, where you're color correcting it, you're making the ring look beautiful. You're trying to get that really nice yellow gold or that beautiful platinum color. You're trying to get the diamond to shine and look good, and you got to cut all that out and you put it down in a big gigantic layout, say for Valentine's Day, and you got all the little hearts and you got the red background and you got all of that stuff, and you're putting in all the little tiny prices that literally takes hours and hours and hours of time to put in all of that little tiny detail in there. It was quite intensive, but I loved every minute of it and still love it to this day. Still love graphic design, and I do a lot of my own graphic design, which you see here in the stream as well. But I don't do graphic design for other people anymore, so don't ask me. I don't do it for other peeps, but I do love talking about it and getting all into it, right? Getting it going on. Kis tography is my favorite type of New World stream. I resect the effort. Resect the effort. I don't know what resect means, or I think you're trying to say respect. Okay, let's get back to what we were doing here, everybody. I hope you guys like that little tangent that we went on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Oh, I can't do it because we got to go over here. Deselect, select this again. See how it does that weird thing there? See, it's not selecting because something funky going on. Did it jump off of that? Yeah, see, I'm on Inkwell Cave, and so it's not actually on this thing here. So let's click on it. We'll deselect. Now, I have trouble on PC because I don't typically use PC. There we go. I usually work on the Mac because that's where it all started, everybody. All this Photoshop and all this stuff started on the Mac. Now, there are some things that are way better on the PC, like 3D animation and architecture and all of those stuff. I feel like they give the PC version a lot more love than they give the Mac version. That's just me and my crazy ideas. But such is the way it goes. All right, so there's the center of that. So let's take this right here. Let's move this over. Let's put this, let's say right here. And then we'll say that's right in front. Because where this is right here, if we look back over here, where that actual totem thing is right by where the chest is. Now, these chests take a really long time to respawn. Wipe this guy out. Really long time to respawn. So it's not like I'm going to run back here and it's going to be back up again. Usually takes, I guess, these big ones are 24 hours or so. But you can see it's right in front of that thing. You thought, bro. And so we're going to put that right there. Now, we also have some fishing areas that we can mark and whatnot. Now, Cap was really nice. He showed me some fishing areas in Reekwater when we were playing offline on Saturday. That was really cool. We were running around as a team. We were helping out Les try to get his high-level faction quest done. We couldn't find that darn little pool thing that we were looking for. I did not remember that it was there. Now, this is a little fishing spot right here. Now, this is a one-star fishing, and we can see that's right here on the map. And so we kind of have a general idea. It's right here on this little outcropping right here. Now, I already have a one-star thing, so all I got to do is just drag that out like this. Actually, I called it two-star fishing. I don't know why I call it two-star fishing when it's a one-star fishing. But there we go. So easy peasy. That's all I need to do, everybody. That's what's so great about having files that you've already done that you can go in and do. Now, I'm not going to fish that for right now. We're going to just keep on rocking through here as well. Respect, yes. Now, I am the type of person, everybody, you get me started on graphic design, and I could talk about it all day. I'd love to do a series on graphic design and just do a download of everything that I know to you guys, so you could do better at your designs and all of that. But you know, I'm a busy guy. Only so much time in the day. Yeah. Let's get on up in here. But I don't know. I hopefully got a few good more years in me. Now, we got another one right here that I got earlier. So we want to make sure that we know where that is. It's right up here. So we'll go ahead and move our way up here. We'll go ahead and grab this, and we'll go ahead and say, oh, okay, there's another one right there. And again, you want to Control S. If you like it, you save it, everybody. Keep that in your mind. Always be saving because you run into trouble. Now, look at this. We've actually got some items here that we already know what they are. We can just see them on the map. And so we can just say, okay, well, we know what this one is, right? It's that glowy one. Do we have it over here? Oh, we don't have it in our thing. But we do have it over here. It's this one right here. So we know this one's somewhere over here. Let's say right there, like that. And then there's also one that is kind of down the ways here. Let's look at it on the map. It's kind of like where this little bend is. Yeah, let's say there. It only needs to be roughly there. Now, I already know where these are by heart, everybody, so I don't really need the map. But doing the map is the fun part. Because, oops, I accidentally closed it. Oops, that's okay. We'll open it back up again. Open it back up. You can see all the different stuff I was working on when I was working on that startup screen. All right, let's go ahead and get in there. Now, luckily, I did save it first. Always important. Right over here. Okay, so now we've got some stuff. Now, let's go ahead and explore around a little bit here. Oh, he's respawning. Let's explore around a little bit here and see if we've got anything else that is kind of around this area. We've got some hemp right here where I'm standing. So let's go ahead and again back over here. We'll grab our hemp. We'll throw it down over there somewhere. We'll get a general idea. We'll buy this little... Oh, look at this. See, look, there's a difference in the start of the game versus what we're playing now. That's because... oh, hello. That's because they've actually modified the map since the very beginning of the game. I made my map at the very beginning of the game, and I can see that they've added little things where I'm at. So they added this stone. Why? I don't know. They've added that stone over there too. Why? Again, I don't know. I don't know why they added that stone. Maybe it needed a little something, something. So they came in and they added those two stones to the map, which are actually, as you can see, not on my map. So it's kind of harder for me to figure out where that's at, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and use this kind of inlet here as our kind of reference. Zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So we'll say, okay, we got the inlet. We got a little bit of an up thing here. We're standing about there. So let's try to triangulate that a little bit. It's pretty close. Let's go with that right there. All right, so some hemp there. And then we're going to grab it. Okay, now over here, we have one of these little fire guys, little dragon glories. So while we're grabbing that, we're going to go ahead, look at where we're at roughly, and we're going to grab a dragon glory and say, okay, roughly right there is a dragon glory. So if I'm looking for one, I know where one is right there. Okay, anything else up this way? Well, hold on. There's a bit of a cave here. Now, this cave actually was not here in my original map, as you can see, because they've actually added that during the winter event. So what we can do, by the way, if you do need to update your map, you can simply go into your map. I would zoom all the way in like that. Then I would go to this and just say new. And then we can just take another picture of this like this. We'll copy that. We'll switch back to Photoshop and we'll go ahead and paste it in. Now, when you're trying to match stuff up, everybody, you want to adjust the transparency of the layer that's over the top of the other layer. So I'm going to hit 5, and that 5 is going to change it to 50% transparent. So we can basically try to line this up a little bit better. Now, also another thing that I noticed that they've brought this up a little bit here. because the one on the top, which is the one that I'm moving, the new one, is actually been shaped back out and then shaped back around. So they did make some modifications to this whole lower area here. Now, another hard thing that's going to be tough to do is to try to get it to be the same size, right? And in this case, it actually is fairly good size. Over there, I can see that it's snapping in there. It's snapping in along these dotted lines, which are along the side here. And it is fairly matching up. But again, if we turn this layer off and we compare it to the layer that's underneath it, we can see if we set this one to 100%, that, oh, they cut out a whole tunnel over there. They cut out a whole bunch of stuff. Looks like kind of like a llama or something. And they've redone all of this in here to be different than the original. So what would I do? I would call this changes or winner changes, like this. And then also we've got our marker there now as well. And I could also do this with the rest of the map, is I could just go in and take a screenshot of the whole thing, and anything that I see on the map would automatically be on there, right? So if I go back to New World here, and I just took a shot of all of this, I could literally just put that down, and then it would have all of those things that I can see on the radar on there. And that's actually why it's better to do this in the later game than it is to do at the beginning of the game, because I can actually see stuff on my map directly instead of normally it would not be there like you saw at the beginning. You can see this is all done from looking at the map. Now, we also got a problem of the color difference between this and that because I've probably gone in and lightened it up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and do a color correction on that. Up here. So we're going to go into layer, or let's see. Yeah, it's in image in this here over here. And then we're going to go to curves. Now, curves is going to allow me to readjust this like this. And maybe a little bit over here. And it definitely needs not only brightness correction, which is what I'm doing, affecting the midtones, but it also needs color correction. That's its biggest problem, is that this color here is much darker and also tinted with green than the one I'm in. So we could use a different one where we could adjust the hue saturation of it, and we can actually just kind of rotate between the different colors like this. Now I would set this to 0 first, and I would start with your saturation. Bring your saturation down and see where you go, and then bring it up a little bit. Maybe it's not saturated enough. Maybe it has to do with its brightness, like this. But if I was going to really color correct that, I would go in to your color balance right here. And this will show you your RGB and your cyan, magenta, yellow. And so you can go ahead and make it more red, right? Or make it more cyan. And that's basically what that's showing you, right? What do I want this to do? Well, I can tell you, the first thing is this has got too much blue in it. I know because blue is a contaminant color, and it always is contaminating your colors there. Now, also what I can do, go back to what I was working on before and do all of those things in one move, right? I can do all of that together by using curves. And curves is the thing I use the most because I can go ahead and choose the individual channels in which I want to affect. In this case, blue. And then I can go ahead and start to pull that out. And you'll see you have less, oh, actually, in the other direction. You're going to have less blue in there, so it's going to decontaminate it a little bit. Now, you don't want to get too drastic, everybody. If you pull stuff too far out, you do need a little blue in there, but you don't want to get too drastic. And, of course, you can go into green now and just try to see if you can work it left or right, and then red. I'm just messing around right now. And you can see I can adjust how it's going to be. But this right here is getting there, but it's kind of more in the yellow. So if you remember that blue and yellow kind of go together, see that difference? So now you can know how to get the yellow out of there because yellow and blue are kind of a balanced color, right? And so those are called primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. If you know that those balance each other, you can go ahead and take out a bit of that too much yellow because I pulled too much blue out. Right? And so you can do that. Now, also what you can do is you can grab this one here at the top and pull it a lot closer because its real problem is that it's not well balanced in its colors. You can see that you've got this histogram here, which is a huge amount of color in a small spot. and then not so much color in the lighter areas and not so much color in the darker areas. So we go through and we can color correct all of that. But normally I just hit Control M like that. I would lighten this up a little bit like this. And try to get it fairly close. I would go into the blue. I would do the same thing here. Just try to get it on scale like that. And then try to look and say, okay, what's this? This is way more red, right? So maybe we'll go ahead and push it more into the reds. So it's a little bit closer. See how these are starting to get closer? It's probably harder to see on your screen than on mine. But these are starting to get closer now. And then greens. If we go into greens, we can see that there's a balance. There's going more green and less green. So more brown and in between there. And we can go through and we can play with that all night long. But you get the general idea. I'm probably just going to leave it like that. Or I can just do Control Z and it will go back. Or Control Shift Z, it'll go back. That's good enough for now. I'll come back later and color correct it so it matches perfectly in there. But you get the general idea. I just want to lighten it up so you guys can see. All right, so we have already got a bit of that in there. So let's go back in here in the game. And this is called Cascade Cavern now. So let's go ahead and revamp our map a little bit here. Let's take our Inkwell text here, and we're going to scroll it all the way to the top like this. Now, the reason why we want to scroll this all the way to the top, and really what you want to do is group these items so it's a bit easier. But your text should always be on the top of everything else. And so typically I will put that way up here. And this is town labels here. And you can see I've got animals, plants, and resources. I've got different chests. Oops, just turn them all off. Different chests, Windsward locations. Now, Windsward locations here are a bunch of labels. So this actually should be way up here on the top of all of this, like this, and then Inkwell Cave in there. There we go. And now you can see that it's not overlapping the text itself. So we're going to take Inkwell Cave. We're going to move this over here, and I'm going to look up again what the heck that's called because I've already forgotten. Cascade Cavern. All right, let's go ahead and call it that. Cascade. No, with an E. It was a C-A-S-C-A-D-E. Yes, C-A-S-C-A-D-E. Cascade Caverns. There was a time in which I could spell, everybody. Not anymore. C-A-V-E-R-N. Oh, boy. C-A-V-E-R-N. C-A-V-E-R-N. I actually spelled that right. All right, awesome. The older I get, everybody, the more my conditions make it tougher for me to see words properly. It's like having... what do they call that when you can't see words properly? Dyslexia. So it's like a touch of dyslexia where I can't see words correctly anymore. So I've got to watch out for that when I'm spelling and whatnot. And if you see it's wrong, just let me know in the chat respectfully. Don't be a rude jerk. I'll just span you because I don't mess around. I'm not your papa. I'm not here to teach you to be a decent human being. If you're not one already, that's something you need to work on. All right, so if we go in here, we can see that there is some of these guys left. But the one thing that we can see by looking at this map is there's actually another thing over here. So let's go ahead and look around over here and see what this is all about. Oh, okay, this is not in a cave, and there is a chest there. So good to know. So up on this is like a little shrine. So let's go back over here. Let's go ahead and grab one of these bigger ones and say to ourselves, hey, guess what, bro? Oop, or not. Oh, this is above this, right? So now we need to grab this, move this over here, move this up. This is always the thing, everybody. Did you know I used to use Photoshop before they had layers? I was right. Layers is a new thing to me, at least way back in the day. We used to use channels to do all of the stuff I'm doing right now, and it was very, very involved. You would use hundreds of channels. Absolutely a ton of them. Now, is that a big chest or a small chest? Good question. Let's go find out. Get wrecked, bro. That is an ancient coffer. So it's not really a big one. It's really a smaller one. So while we're picking that up, let's go ahead and change our mind on this one. And we're just going to go ahead and grab... Oh, wait. I actually moved the actual one from over here. Hold on. You go back over there. There we go. It actually didn't make a copy. There we go. Okay, so we'll move that there. And then we'll save. And then we'll go back to it. Now, our goal is to just try to get this little part done that we typically run as our daily. I love doing this stuff, everybody. It's really, really fun. There's also kind of a round entrance. There's no lighting in this game. You can't hold a torch or anything, which really sucks. You know, I'm always thinking about turning on the light about right now so you guys can see what's going on, but sadly, no. Okay, so we're right there at the bottom level, right about here, and we can say that, hey, we've got one of these little petals in there, right there, and then also we can grab it, a little petal cap. Right there. Okay, anything else here? Now, I can look up in my radar up there to see if there's any ore. There is ore in there inside this cave. Now, I don't know if I can take these guys on. I haven't tried in a while. Let's go give it a try and see if I kill myself. Oh, no, these guys are easy. They're level 25s. Okay. Oh, and you know what I'm not doing? I'm not doing a... I'm not doing the mobs. I forgot to do all the mobs. You know, we'll do the mobs another time. So we have some sort of node in here. I think it's probably platinum. It kind of looks like it. Oh, it's silver. Okay, it's a big silver node. Now, I don't know what that avalanche is all about, but let's see what happens. Okay. Just drop big avalanche there. So we have silver node. Oh, there's the big boy. And he's got a chest there. So we want to put silver node kind of in the center. So where is our silver? Gold node. Was it purple that I made it? What did I make this one? This one's platinum. I made them all like different colors. This one here, I think I made silver. Yes, okay, so that's silver. And again, see how the layering, that this part right here needs to go way down at the bottom. Hope the mob doesn't aggro on me while I'm doing this. Way at the bottom here, just above the background. There we go. We can also make that 100%. And we should be... Oh, wait, no, I grabbed the wrong one. Grabbed the wrong one? I did. I grabbed the wrong one. I made a copy of it. Hold on. Let's go down here. It's an old habit. Yes, there we go. So this copy is the correct one. But we'll just leave it like that. And that'll allow us to take this and put this, just put it right there. It gives us a general idea that there is... Whoa, hello! Almost died. And that's what happens when you go AFK in one of these caves. That was close. That was a close one. Let's go ahead and eat our food. Wait for our stuff to go up a bit here. Now, this guy is an elite, but he's only level 25. So he shouldn't be too bad. Let's give him a go. Oh, he does an AoE there. All right, not too bad. And he's dead. Can we loot him? Or does he just disappear? He disappears. Okay. Now we got a supply stockpile here. All right, so let's mark that while we're getting that. That's a bigger one, so we'll grab this. We'll alt-drag that. I think we're in this little side cave. Yes, we're in that little side cave. And then we found a little chest there. And again, this is why we're doing it, right? Because I haven't been in here. I don't even know what's in here. It gives me a reason to explore all of these little nooks and crannies that I might not explore otherwise. Because I'm just running back and forth collecting resources or fishing or doing whatever. I never bothered to take a little side trip over there unless I have a quest or something like that to bring me over there. But other than that, we can go back over this way and look at this. This one's back up again. We'll grab that one. Oh, I got some Dragon Glory flower from that one. Now, right over here, I just happen to know that there is an Orcalum node, or an Ori node, as I like to call it for short. And Ori is in a lot of different games, like Guild Wars 2 and a whole bunch of other games that you collect in the highest of the highest in, right there. And that one's probably very heavily farmed on this server because this server is now full. Another thing we have over here, berry bushes, all right? So we have a bunch of berry bushes which are not showing on my map. And sometimes what we do, instead of naming and putting berries in there and whatnot, is we'll just go ahead and we'll just label it, right? Berries or whatnot. Like over here in the farms, we just started naming stuff here. Like let's grab the one blueberry here, and let's just move it across the map till we get it over here. Or we can make a guide, whatever you feel like doing, bro. There we go. And blueberries. Okay, so blueberries, where are these blueberries at? They're right over here where we're at. So let's say right there, and we'll just say berries. There we go, berry. Right over there somewhere in that general area, and we'll grab them. Now, if you notice that I grab stuff pretty quickly, if you're just at the beginning of the game, you're going to be grabbing stuff a lot slower. But I have some pretty decent gear.
So
That helps me grab stuff.
9 hope chests in my 3 top tier houses. I'm gonna start working on my bags. I have decent bags.
Nice. Yeah, you guys saw that they're going to increase the size of all those boxes in your house. So good.
Yeah.
They're doubling the size of all of the boxes that you put in your housing.
Yeah, that's sex wax right there. That's good stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, and then there's some herbs that I grabbed right there. Let's see. Do we have anything for herbs? Let's look. I would think I do somewhere. Yeah, right here.
Do you think it'll bring people back? I heard you talking about it before.
Oh, yeah. With the awesome changes they're making, definitely some people would be back for sure. I don't know how long they'll stay, but definitely with all those are all the changes people have been asking for, right? Like, you know, it's too hard to travel from one place to another. You want to give us more inventory space, right? And all of that stuff that people have been asking for, they brave enough to just make all those big changes, which is awesome. And they actually been doing way better on the PvP, the outpost rushes, the invasions and things like that. Much more fun, I'm finding. Much improved, everybody. All right, now we can already see where some of these herbs are, so we don't necessarily have to run to each of those herbs. So we're just going to go like this and go like this and give ourselves a general idea there.
How they're dropping emerald shards from OPR.
Oh, yeah, I'm stocking those up. You know you need like 90,000 of those to get all your gear up. That's crazy. But, hey, you know, it's one of those things you can just work at little by little over time. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff, everybody. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to do one little final run along the top here. I think we're good on this, but I happen to know that there are nodes right here, even though we can't see them right now. And there's also a bunch of nodes everywhere, everybody. There's just so much stuff everywhere. But we're going to go ahead and just grab our iron node here, and we're going to bring that over to where we are, which is right up here. On the map. I just happen to know there's one there. I also know that there's other ones down in here. There's some across this way. But it gives you like an insight on the map whenever you're doing this kind of stuff, right? It just gives you a way of seeing it. Now, the cool thing is all I have to do is make the map. And as I'm making the map, I'm memorizing it as well. Now, a lot of this stuff I already have memorized, so it's not too hard. But a lot of this stuff that I'll run into has already been looted. You can't see it very well, but right here is a node there, and there's a couple other nodes. Now, I don't need to mark every single node, but I should mark, in general, where I'm standing, right about there. So we'll grab this one, and we'll say, okay, there's another node there. Now, through this kind of exploration and kind of looking very detailed at each and every area, you might discover a node that you might not have seen before in a certain area, right? And that's what it's all about, is discovering that new stuff that you might not have seen before, just by running through the zone. And I really, really enjoy all of that kind of stuff. And so we know there's a pedal right there. Let's save right here. Now, again, this is just one zone out of all of the zones, everybody. This is very, very involved. This is like a long-term project. I would not just, do this all day, every day, because then you wouldn't be really playing the game all that much. But it is super fun. And I know there's a lot of other people out there just like me who love to do this kind of stuff, who love to do cartography and whatnot. And then there's a pedal cap up here. Let's go ahead and get this one. I saw that guy was running ahead of me, and that's fine. He can go ahead and get all that loot. I'll be just fine. There we go. Okay, we got that pedal cap. He's level 24 as well. I would rather the Lobie get it than me, unless he's a bot. Let's watch him.
Ah.
See how he pauses? That's a common bot thing. It's recalculating. See? Pauses. Now, it might be lag. Checks the node. Right? There's no node there. So right now it would be collecting. And then now he's going to go to the next node. Pause. Collect that node. Dead giveaway, everybody. That's a dead giveaway that is a bot. Because normal players don't play like that. It's really obvious the difference between a bot and a thing. Now, this is something they need to work on big time. Because obviously, the reason why I'm not getting the ore right now is some bot is grabbing the ore. Now, I happen to know that the ore is going to respawn as well over time. And again, it ain't my job to police it and report that guy. Hey, I report him. 3 more are going to be back. Just looks just like him. It's not my job to do it. It's their job to do it. It's their game. They're getting paid to do it. I'm not getting paid to do it. They want to pay me, then I'll go ahead and report those. They didn't even let me do drops at the very beginning of the game, everybody. After hyping their game for over a year, all of us smaller streamers got the royal shaft, and only the top 66 top streamers got the love. So don't expect me to do anything for free for you all, for sure. Look at that, he's way up there on the top as well. All right, again, we don't have to have the node to mark the node. All we have to do is see where the node is at, and then we can go ahead and mark it that way. Let's see where we at. We're kind of way past that. Let's say right over there. Yeah, that looks about right. Save. And let's move on. Oh, and the iron. Oh. Creepy, dude. There's another bot. Creepy.
On Magnus.
Just the stuff I can do before I go to sleep.
Stops there.
You know, I gotta
Long term.
Now watch, he's gonna run to that next
I want
node.
to get my skill. You know, before the next expansion comes and new skills appear or some other craziness, I'd love to be able to get all of my current skills up where, you know, like weaving and be able to do the additional transmutes for the guild.
I love it when they get stuck, everybody.
I don't know if that's a.
Now look, that one's going, and it's going to go to this node over here.
It'd be great to get, you know,
Evaluate whether the node is there.
stuff, but I got to get my gear score up before.
So now it's evaluating. Is it there? No. Going to go to the next node, evaluate whether that one's there, right? I mean, they should write an algorithm that sees them running from one place to another to another. Because they don't have their weapon drawn, you can't just draw your weapon and block them. It'll just continuously do that loop. Don't do that, everybody. That ruins the game not only for new players, but also for all players. I don't support bots. I'm not into bots. I don't want to see any of my members doing bots. If I see you doing bots, I will boot you from the guild instantly. That's part of our honor virtue. So there's a bunch of nodes here, though, that we can mark. We're above a cave, so it kind of looks like there's an opening there, but we're really actually above it. So let's go ahead and mark these as our blue stuff.
I could probably work on getting.
What do we say for star metal? Did we do?
You know, bigger storage.
We done star metal yet? I don't know why I put silver as blue.
But I don't know
because we want to actually put star metal as probably blue.
They're also going to make it
But
cheaper.
let's go ahead and put this way over here. like this.
It's like a
And then we'll go in and we will modify this and call this, nope. Darn PC, come on, there we go. Star Metal. And then we'll go ahead and do a little color correction of this using our, come on, hue saturation. We'll colorize it, which will actually take the color out. And then we can change it to another color, maybe boost that saturation so it has like a real turquoise color. And then we'll go with that. And then we'll say there's one there, there's one here, there's one there, there's one here. Kind of like across there. Yeah, we're going straight across the top of that. So just rough it out. It doesn't need to be exact, everybody, but we do know that there's nodes spread across the top of there. There's also a air node up there on the top, but we're going to go with that. And I think we should probably just go right there because we're going to run out of time to do some other stuff. So let's go ahead and call it right there. Oh, okay. There we go. Let's call it right there for our bit of Kis tography, and we'll come back and we'll do some more next week. But now we're just going to get straight into getting our stuff done. And so we will go in here and we'll grab some silver. Like that. Man, I got so much of this saltpeter. I could make so much ammo when I finally get to my ammo weapons. And the funny irony is, when I finally get to those ammo weapons, guess what? They're going to make it where you don't need ammo anymore. You don't need ammo for the base thing. So they literally are going to take that out of the game, which is awesome, I think. But if you want to make really nice ammo, then, of course, you can make your really nice ammo as well. Now, some people like it, some people don't. To me, I'm not using ammo, so it doesn't really affect me. But some people like it or dislike it. It's up to them. I need to kill this dude. Right? Yeah, I need to kill the boss guy. He'll be back in a second. Let's run out here. Kill this lady. And he takes about 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes up to 8 minutes to spawn. But again, when you see bots like that, you can go ahead and report them, but I don't bother because, again, it's not my job. Not my job to sit here and police the whole server unless they want to pay me to do that, then I'll be happy to do it. They're a $1 trillion company. You think they could get somebody in there who could counter these bots instead of having me do it. All right, there he is. Bye-bye, suckers. It's good to see a whole bunch of new players, too. New low-level players. A lot of people have transferred onto the server. And if you want to join us, everybody, sorry to tell you that yet again, the server that we're on has maxed out. So hopefully you already transferred if you did want to join us. I don't know if they have new characters disabled or whatnot, but I noticed when I was trying to log in earlier that our server is one of those servers that has reached its like maximum. But I find even when a server reaches its maximum, at some point it might ease up and then have less players and then open back up again. We'll see. We'll see if the big influx of everybody coming back to the game now lasts for a while. Or if people go back to whatever they were doing in the interim while they were waiting for these updates. Ownage. Ownage. I'm just grabbing a bunch of these chests here. Killing a few of these mobs. Like so. One of the things also you can, to trick the NPCs, you can get real close to them and then move away. And then they don't know which thing to do. Right, and I dodge roll that. They don't know which skill to do, whether it's a close-up skill or a far-away skill. So it gives you extra half a second or so for them to decide. Have some indecision moment. Really, didn't put my... Oh, I ran out of mana. Didn't put my little circle thing down that it should have. Because when they're standing in that little circle thing, they're taking damage. All right. Again, this is like my standard little run that I do each day. It's very, very relaxing. It's kind of like, you know, you had a long day and whatnot. And you just want to relax and take it easy. I do a lot of stuff in a day, everybody. I literally work 7 days a week. Sometimes I'll put 80, 90, 100 hours into a combination of streaming, because I do stream 8 times a week, twice a day on average. Also, I'm working on all the videos and all that other stuff behind the scenes. All of that, you know, business stuff, as well as working with the family and doing all of my family stuff and working around the house, which we got a bunch of spring cleaning coming up this Saturday. So we're going to try to get as much of that going on as we can. There we go. Cannot eat it. There we go. Trying to eat a mana potion. Toasties. Trying to eat a mana potion there. I wouldn't eat it. All right. Got him. Thanks for the follow. Go Johnny. Thank you for coming in, hanging out. We, of course, are playing some New World, getting into some trouble. I'm just doing my kind of daily run. We were doing some Kis tography a bit ago, where we are mapping out a bit of the map here. Mapping out the map. Basically, having some fun, looking in the little nooks and crannies, and also looking at what has changed since I originally did my map, which was at the very beginning of the game. And you can see they've added this, that, and the other thing around certain areas, especially during different events and whatnot that have come through New World now. We're still in the first year of the game, so the game's still trying to find that magic footing. But there's huge chunks of the game that are not in there. Like a lot of the guild features are not in there. There's not a lot of cosmetic features and things of that nature. I mean, the game looks beautiful, but there's so many missing features that most MMOs have that is still need to be brought to the game. Because most of the time what you're doing is you're swapping weapons in and out. You're keeping a whole bunch of your armor in your inventory along with a bunch of other stuff that you're just swapping in and out, instead of having different cosmetic sets where you could just, you know, click a set on the left here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or however they want to do it interface-wise, to where you could be swapping sets. So say I'm collecting ore like I am right now. I should have used my ore thing, but oh well. And so you can go around and then do your ore and then switch to your harvesting set and do that, or you can switch to certain armor for PvE and a certain armor for PvP. I remember I had this this mod that you added to World of Warcraft called Armor Smith or something like that, which allows you to switch your different sets based on what you're doing. Like sometimes you would be doing a certain type of dungeon, and you would need certain types of armor and weapons to go along with that dungeon, and so then you would just switch to that set. And then normally when you're running around the world, you'd be doing something else, and so on. You get the general idea. Okay, and how are we doing? So we got all of our dailies done over there. And these guys have been farming this like crazy. Now, this is one of the drawbacks of a full server, is that in the low-level zones, you're not going to be able to get as much resources as I was back when the servers started going like this, started going down. I could literally run over here at nighttime and grab all of the ore and just get thousands and thousands of ore. But there's always pluses and minuses and everything. Now, I could go get this ore in really obscure places that the low levels could not get to all over the world, really. There's places all over in which you can collect stuff and grab stuff. But what they really need to do is they need to combat those bots, because the players who are actually playing the game, who are, progressing and doing stuff, are being impeded by the bots coming along and grabbing all the loot. So when I'm running through, I can't grab the loot to give to my members, right? Instead, some bot's getting it, and they'll probably take it and sell it on the auction hall, and then take that gold and then sell that gold as well, and so on and so forth. Don't do any of that stuff, everybody. That's not any way makes the game better. It actually makes the game worse in so many ways. And so what they could do is be getting rid of all those bots. If they get rid of the bots, then we have more room on the server to have more real players and not bot players on the server. Sigus up there. Let's get rid of that one. We're not going to do that one. There we go. And then we'll run over here. Now, also, I notice a lot about some peeps is they'll just be standing around. You gotta think that's like 30, 40 people just standing around in time. And it's usually because they've played all day, or they did something, or they're waiting for something. They got to AFK, take care of their real life stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's cool to see that many people running around on the server now. And we got merged onto another server from the server that we were on. We're now on the Maramama server, or the Marama server. Yeah, and we have lots of fun doing it. All right, so Heckler's Haven, Amarine Excavation is a expedition. We're not going to be doing that one. Primrose is the Bisons. We're not going to be doing that one. You can see I'm getting up there again. I'm getting up there on my tokens. And so not only is this helping me with my rep in Windsward, it also is helping me with my gear, because I can just buy a gypsum orb there every so often. I should have bought it earlier so that it would cool down earlier. And so when I get close to that maximum, I just buy a gypsum orb. So I can help progress my gear. Now, the grind in this game is not too bad if you're not in a hurry. Like me, I'm not in a big hurry, so I don't have to really rush to get my gear up to maximum gear. I'm just going through and, getting my gear over time. Right, I'm not playing, 40, 50, 60, 100 plus hours in a week in the game. I'm just taking my time so I don't get burned out. Any game that you play 12, 16, 20 hours a day, there will be a day in which you go, man, I don't want to log in anymore, right? That's the death knell of any game. Is when you have all these choices, you got 20, 30 games that you want to play, and that game you don't want to log into anymore because you're interested in playing this other game over here. And it happens all the time. It absolutely does. And that's how I avoid that on games that I really like, is that I don't burn myself out on them. I take my time, and just, the journey is the reward, not necessarily the end part of that journey. All right, the life cast there, very good. So we got that one. And, we have some more in the bank we got to go back and get. But let's open this up. Maybe we'll get some more. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a life staff archer and more diamond. Oh, and one more diamond. Nice. Just enough to get ourselves another one here. And now we can trade in our diamond, or actually it's 3. Trade in our diamond gypsums for the gypsum orb. And then we use that gypsum orb, in this case, on the Void Gauntlet. I probably should be working, if I'm going to do a lot of PvP, I should be working on either my shield and sword, or I should be working on my rapier, because it's a great escape weapon when you're getting pounded on. In PvP, which you're going to see me, I was going to see happen to me here in just a moment. I'm going to get absolutely pounded on because I'm a healer. And as any smart people should, they should go directly for the healer. Because what happens on the side, everybody's healing and whatnot, and they're ranging them. Meanwhile, they're fighting the tanks. It's on tanks, right? Where the tanks should be taking on the healers and trying to wipe them out and trying to wipe out the range out, because they're just much easier to kill. Than trying to go tank to tank. But, tanks say I got something to prove, and they just like to wail on each other, so hey, I'm just there to heal. I just do what I need to do. Now, all of this stuff that it drops from these chests is usually useless, so I just scrap it all at this point. Like this. All right. So we had, let's see, about 2.5 hours of Kis tography, which is very fun. Now I'm gonna be streaming a lot longer at nighttime. Normally about midnight, I would go for just a few hours, and then midnight I would head out because I had a bunch of stuff I'm working on. But we're streaming a bit longer now, so I can hang out with my crew. Anybody need anything?
Nope. I'm about to log off.
All right, had a long day there. That was fun. How many invasions you get in today?
Oh, just the one.
Oh, I lucked out and got that one right the last minute, man. I clicked that thing, and then I was like, I'll probably not get into it. So I started working on other stuff, and bam, got into it. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Did you see me kiting all those mobs? Or you weren't watching on the stream? Probably not. At the very end on the left, everybody had died and wandered off, and I was just kiting like a ton of mobs in a circle. I was just dodge rolling, and kiting all those mobs until it was over. So that was a lot of fun. A lot of good kiting skills. Everybody got to master that kiting, especially as a healer. You definitely want to do a lot of that. All right, just thought I'd ask here before I went and started doing some outpost rushes. If anybody wants to join me, feel free. I'm just going to do it non-PvP flagged. All right. So I always put up the option for my members to join me whenever I'm doing anything. Today is not an official like team event day, but if they needed help with something, then I would stop what I'm doing and I'd go do that. Also, what I'm always watching as a leader is how many people are online. How many people are online? How many people are working together? What's their general... wow. Straight in, everybody. Straight in. What's their general participation in the guild? How much do they actually play the game? And all of that kind of stuff. I was going to look at it, but now that I'm in Outpost Rush, we'll look at it after. You always want to see how much they're logging in, how much they're participating, how much they're on the Discord, and all of that stuff. And if I feel like it's waning, I'll say, yo, everybody, are we still interested in playing the game? But what we're really waiting for right now is that that they get the game to be a better game, right? That they really update a lot of features. And I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping because it has a great premise. It has a great foundation of the game. It's just the fact that they didn't put in enough systems that help people, continue to play the game after they reach max level. You got to have some fun things to do at that max level. And so the first thing that everybody does, in these this outpost rush, is they run toward the center. And my job is to keep them alive and to be the least seen person when I get there. I should be absolutely invisible to the other team. And basically my job is to heal them along the way. So before they run in there, look at that guy, he's way up there. Before they run in there, like there's a tank right here, there's one in front of me. I'm going to tag this guy. Almost. See that guy got in front of me? Now look at this. This is the peeps I like. I like the peeps who run in there and make it happen. I like it better when they stand in my heels, but if they don't stand in my heels, oh well. I'm going to go ahead and use my potions. I'm going to eat my food. And then I'm going to heal like crazy by clicking. That's right. My primary heal is clicking. I have to endlessly click to try to keep people alive. Heal those guys over there. This guy in the center's taking lots of beating here. I'm trying to get him going. We got a guy down over there. They're actually taking that out, by the way. You can't be downed anymore. Dude, you ran out of the heal when I was healing you. But I don't blame you because they did oh man, they are getting rolled. Oh, whammy McBammy. I got you, bro. I got you from on high. Oh, yeah, right there. Did you see that damage those guys did? Holy man, get away from the door, dude. Get away from the door. Now, you go out here and see what's going on out here. Hard to hit these guys. Now, what they're going to do is we're going to sit in here until we've taken this, right? And then these guys are going to start pushing out. Now, I always find as a healer, they're going to try to tag me up here. But my job is throw down the heals, everybody. And click. And click. And click. And click. And left click. And left click. And left click. And left click. If I did that the whole time, everybody, you'd be like, Kismet, all right, we get it. We get it, bro. We get it. You got to do nothing but click. It's not a great system for healing, everybody. It's really not. All right, come on. Let's not be wimpies. Get in there. There's some heals for you. Go grab them. See, I try to add a little DPS in there, but my job is really not the DPS. My job is to draw attention to bad guys and let them kill them. Oh, yeah. This is going to be a dominant game, I can tell you already. All right, there's number 1 down. These guys are in deep trouble right here. Getting tagged on from the side. Stand on my own heel. I'm trying to lead these guys way over there. And then you don't want to be in the back, everybody. That's why I have the rapier, so I can jump forward. Now, I have played literally tens of thousands of hours of PvP, everybody. A long time PvPer. Absolutely. Now, I just don't have the wherewithal, just to be honest. That I did when I was younger. And I would spend endless hours doing PvP. I like it for a bit, and then it's time to get some sleep. And so I'm just going to keep kind of tagging these guys. Oh, look at that, look at that. We're a bit unbalanced when it comes to peeps here. I got you, guy. We need our team here. Where's our team at? Ah, there they are. Guy's shooting at me right there. I'm just trying to dodge him a little bit. And I can tell you, that guy needs a little love. He's not going to get it because he's going to die. Those guys going to die. And then what we do is we do a little bit of this. And that's where you bravely run away to fight another day. Now, you only need to keep 2 of them, really, to get it going on. And if I see those peeps dying over there, then I'm going to go ahead and run toward where the team is and where they might need my heals. And let's see. Where are we going? I thought that guy was actually going somewhere. He's just running back. All right. Maybe they were all that way. Maybe they do need my heals that way. Oh, no, they're running back this way, too. Oh, I can't put it. There we go. All right, so I'm tagging this base over here because they're going to push in on this base, which means all of my team are going to push in as well. And I'm going to throw them some love right there in the center. Try to heal him through it. And someone's being smart and shooting the healer, finally. This guy over here. Bring him on, bro. Now, I got good little spots I can hide in. I've got potions I can use. Bunch of peeps up here. Holy mackerel. This is going to be a tough one, but I never give up, never surrender. Wow, those guys are like a freight trade. Those 2 guys right there are like a freight trade. Dream on. Keep it busy, and then, whoop, bye-bye. And then, see, here's the thing, is they're going to try to get the kill on me. I'm going to go ahead and use my potions to dodge my way out and drag them back over here where the rest of everybody else is coming in. And then I'm going to turn around and turn around on them so they have their heals and they can go in there and then wipe them out. And they're running in a pretty good Zerg there. And everybody else is too chicken to run in there. Oh, stupid dog. When he gets a hold of that guy is dead. Now they're fighting all off to the side. We're having our own little personal war. This guy's good. You gotta give it to this guy. Now I've just tagged him with a heal. So as he's trying to hit some peeps, look at that damage that guy's taking. Sometimes I feel like it's a bit unbalanced in this game. For sure. That guy can take that much damage. He's got 2 peeps on him. Plus I'm hitting him too. He's mitigating all of that damage. Impressive. I'm just assume that he's actually using the game mechanics and not cheating. You can't be down in these events. Not in the future. Right now you can. But in the future, you're not going to be down. You're going to just be hit, and then you'll be dead. They're going to add that soon. Trademark. Someone's been over here upgrading this camp. Oh, boy, it's about to get rickrolled. But, yeah, there you go. How are we doing out here? We getting into a good battle? Oh, yeah, here we go. Stop being so chickens. Is that demoralizing things where they go into the back like that? That's the worst. Yeah, these peeps are all over the place. They were doing good at the very beginning, but now they're just totally all over the place. All right, we're going to fight in here in a second. Let's get in here and do what we can to help them. Oh, that guy's overextended. Yep, got that guy. Now I need to get to the side. Oh, I can't get to the side because there's a bunch of people in my way. I need to get to the side here. See, this guy's doing the same thing. You get to the side and you wait for the battle to come through. Now, they're too dumb. And they're fighting out there and not in here. Which is not what you want to do. Try to help that person. Nope, dead. See, by the time I heal them, they're already lag dead anyway. And you got to have concerted effort. And I can see that the concerted effort after the very beginning has now trailed off. And so now I'm just going to hide behind here and take one for the team. Let's go. And there we go. And so what they did is they ran off while we're in the middle of fighting because they noticed that we took over their other camps while they were over here. And so now we have 3 camps, but they also killed the boss over here, which has locked our score. So even though we have all 3 camps right now, our score is locked, so we're not getting any of that credit for those scores. And you saw I just was going to go in there and I was going to die. I was going to die just to hold them off just that bit. But they've locked the score now. And they were calling for Baron down here in the chat. How is it these people are taking no damage? Tons of peeps on that guy. Taking 0 damage. All right, let's get into it, everybody. This ain't your mama's PvP. Really? Frozen? Can't move? Locked out? Let's get in here and have a little fun with him. Ready? Let's do it. Like that. Lag. Stun lock. Couldn't move. Yeah. A terrible way to die, but a pretty common way to die in this game. Players are not the way you die. You die via lag. And they're still working on that. They said they're working on reducing the lag in battles and stuff so that it's much more entertaining and enjoyable. They also have this problem of interruptions, stun, rooting, and also slowing all at the same time. So you could stack like 4 or 5 of those on someone, and they literally couldn't move. They couldn't move for 3, 5, 10 seconds. They would be stuck in that one position. Here they go again. Here they go again, getting pushed back to the thing and fighting out in the open. Try to save him. Fighting out there is dumb. Fighting out there, very dumb. I'd heal you, dude, but you're running in such a way that makes it really hard for me to heal you. How about I just put a heal on you? That'd make it easier. Now I'm standing right here for a reason, so they can't shoot me over the top of the thing. Look at that stuff. Look at that stuff. Wow. Wow, wow. Out of nowhere that dude showed up. I'm going to give that guy some love. Where'd he go? Oh, that guy. Where'd he go? So good. Whoa. Oh, I tried to heal you, bro. Good try, but your gravity well didn't pull us off. I know that trick, dude. I invented that trick. I don't know how you got up in here when you're not supposed to be able to get through the thing there. That's called cheating. I don't know how he got up here. Maybe the gravity well pulled him up. Oh, he got through the door. The door was down. Look at this guy. Missed him. All right, hold on. I gotta get back to work. I got a job over here, everybody. The job is to heal these peeps. Even though we're gonna get trounced. Trounced in this one. Maybe we can push out together. I think we got too many casters. AoE the heck out of them. Oh, now they're pushing it. What always amazes me is how they take so much damage, right? I get 2 hit and I'm dead. In heavy armor, by the way. In heavy armor and I get 2 hit. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna make that one. Oh, if you just have one more guy in the stuff. That's a funny one, everybody. It's a funny one when they are just shooting down on their head. All right, come on. Let's get some momentum going here, people. Let's go. Come on. We got this. I believe in you. You got to believe in them, everybody. You got to believe in them. You got to show. Come on. I got you. Let's do this. We're going to run in there. We're going to get in some trouble. They make them run. There you go. Gravity well that doorway, people. Oh, they already did it. I see that dub guy's in here all the time. Wow. See how that guy can just move and move and move, and I can't move? I'm just slowed and stunned, and I'm just lagged out. I can't do anything. I can't turn. I can't counter. I can't switch my weapons. I don't know. Again, it does need a lot of work. This game needs a lot of work. Whoa, it respawned me there. That's a weird place to respawn. I think it's because they have that tower there. So yeah, see, I could have turned the tide there. I was trying to get up above, and then that guy was on me, so I was going to jump down and go back around again, but no. But I don't mind running in there and doing what I got to do. They're probably all dead in there. But, you know, we'll do what we got to do. See, this guy's running out, so that tells me they're probably dead. But, oh well. I'll go in there anyway. Oh, no! Turning the tide. Let's go, baby! Oh, you guys stayed too long. Now this is what you get. You're going to get ganky ganked. Gank these suckers. Yeah, well, not so fun when it happens to you, is it? Oh, you guys are in trouble. Oh, they're going for the Baron. We can stop the Baron, or get a hit in on the Baron, then we have a chance. If we don't, then we're in trouble. There's that guy again who ganked me just a minute ago. Now the trick is, shoot the boss. Oh, the boss is not even close to being down. So yeah, let's get over here in the heels. Forget the boss, bro. Forget the boss. See? So dumb. So dumb. They let them sneak in and get the kill. And that's what those people were doing on the side. That's why I was shooting at them, to get their attention, to go interrupt those peeps. But that's it, everybody. We lost. We lost the game. But that's okay. We'll have some fun along the way. let's try this again. See if we can get up on the side here. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're the underdogs now because the rest of your team is off screwing around somewhere else. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, hi there. Come here. Now, my job is to keep this guy busy. As long as I keep this person busy, they're not healing. Of course, I'm also trying to throw some heals in as well. Try to get out of there. Look out, bro. I got you. Go like this. Bash out just a little bit and then run back in again. And my job is to heal, not to kill the peeps. But I do what I can to help. That guy, look at that guy, how fast that guy moves. Look at that. Really knows his stuff. And you gotta draw attention to him. Get that guy. Get that guy. Yeah, dead. All right, pushing out on him. That Dubs guy plays a lot. He's pretty good. You got a lot of people chasing him. And he's running back to his team, which is smart. Now our team's splitting up, which is not smart. But such is the way it goes. And now people are just farming kills, everybody. They're just going for it. Gravity welling the door. Go out swinging. Oh yeah, this is trouble. Look at all these guys backing up. Wow, great shot. Waiting for my thing to cool down. Gonna be a tough one to get there. Because they're going to just stun lock me to death. See that? 3 stuns in a row. Slow, stun, stun. Couldn't move, couldn't use a potion, couldn't counter it. Again, I don't know what PvP you think. That's fun. But the whole point of PvP is to be able to use your skills to counter someone else's skills. And if their whole skill is just to stun lock you the whole time, then that's not fun. Even if it was me doing it to them, that's not my type of fun in PvP. There's a whole lot better PvP, like in Guild Wars 2 has a really great PvP system. There's other systems as well, like in World of Warcraft and stuff like that, that you have counters for all that stuff. So when they come at you, you can counter everything that they're doing. Now, there's a lot of counters I still need to learn, but right there, I should have been able to zap out of there or at least use my potion to counter that with. But no. But no. And sometimes these go on forever, too. Like, they take like an hour. And I could be doing a loot run instead. Loot run would have made this way easier. But now I'm just trying to heal a little bit. I say go that one, so that's the one I'm going to go to. I see him tagging it. So while they're goofing off on that one, and they're going to probably push for the next one, we're going to switch over to this one. I see someone jumping down from over there, so I'm going to run this way. Try to run around the back way. Because their path is the same exact as yours on the other side, this little thing. You got another one over there. It's the same kind of thing. Now, the only drawback is if I ran into somebody who's over here working on this ore and whatnot, that would be trouble. But, see if there's anybody actually from my team over here. I see there's a guy over there. Let's do our sneaky thing. Let's do our sneaky thing. Yeah. Here comes a guy. Mob attacking me. I got you, bro.
Lead smoke.
Good chance on defending. All you need is 2 people, everybody. 2 people working together.
Lead smoke.
You can do some good stuff. You work together. Now, what's going to happen is that guy's going to respawn and he's going to run straight here. So I'm just going to hide like this. See? I love doing that. You just do the little, like this. It's really funny, I think. Just keep them busy for a minute. If they're busy over here, they're not somewhere over there. Whatnot. And see, this is the way PvP is, everybody. It's like 2-on-1 is pretty tough, or it's 4-on-2, or it's 6-on-1, or it's 10-on-1. That's usually how open world PvP is as well. It's very rarely is it a really even fight. Sometimes it is, though. Sometimes even. This one's pretty even. Though we have like 57 seconds to freeze it. We could freeze it right at the last second. I seriously doubt this crew has got it. Got it enough to make that happen. It would be funny, though, if we froze it at the last second and then we got that last one. That would be funny, but it's almost over. Now, these ones take forever, I feel. Some of these, when they're like this, takes like an hour or 2. And what usually it descends to at the end here is just an all-out brawl, which is what's going on right now. Now, this gives very little incentive for healers to play at all because it's so stun lock-ish. Get in there. There's a lot of potions. And here we are, everybody. Yep. All out battle royale in the center. And then at some point, you're just glad that it's over. You're just happy that it's finally come to an end. Because all of that time I spent, the hour I just spent, I got 180 coins. I got some Syndicate rep, which is why I have so many tokens. And I got some Azov. Now, I can also look at my healing. I did about 315,000 healing. That's decent. But even though I did do a good, decent amount of healing, my contribution is basically said, well, thanks for the healing, but too bad. You're among the bottom of the ranking. That's right. I'm way down here. Even though I healed for 300,000, I am way down at the bottom. That's because all the people that are getting the kills and doing all the damage, they're the ones, and assists, they're the ones who are getting the stuff. So all of the stuff that I'm doing doesn't count, right? I got 6 assists, 4 deaths, 1 NPC's killed, 1 player killed. So it basically makes it where healers don't even want to play in here because they're not necessarily going to get a ton of kills, and they're not necessarily going to get a thing on the score. Now, if you care about the scoreboard, now really the only thing that really matters is the fact that you got at least 500 toward the thing. Now, what you probably, as a healer, though you don't want to do this because everybody get pissed at you, is what you want to do is go in there, get 500, and then just stand around until it's over. That's what a lot of people probably are going to do because it's really not that enjoyable for a healer experience. If you're going to get shafted and you did all this hard work and you clicked and clicked and clicked and you rezzed all these people and you were healing them all the way through all this big old battle, and guess what you get? You get 180 gold. And some shards and stuff like that. So those shards are good for your high-end stuff. But it can be exhausting for very little reward. Now, also, with your 50 unrolled shards that you got, remember you need about 90,000, you also got a cache. And in that cache, it can also give you something that increases your gear score. So that's good. And it's also good to get in and get a gist of how PvP works. So that's also fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one, even though we didn't win that one. It was a pretty even one. It was pretty fun in that way. But again, they definitely need to work on their healing and how you heal in this game. Your healing is basically this. Just me clicking the whole time to try to AoE heal as many people as I can because it does make a difference. Absolutely. Down. Oh, wait. 2 a.m. Oh, servers are going down. Well, that means we got about 45 more minutes to play. All right. Well, if you don't want me to play game, feel free. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That gets messed up when you're in Outpost Rush. You can't work your town boards. Let's put all this loot away that I grabbed earlier. Some shards there. Do we have enough for... Oh, we do. We have enough for another one there. I forget how many ruby you need. I think ruby is 5. While we're waiting around... most likely, most people are going to log off now, by the way, because they just came up with that thing. And people are like, well, you know, it's getting late. They said they're going to reset the server. So I'm just going to go ahead and log out. So there probably won't be another Outpost Rush, but if there is, I'll play it till it kicks us. Or actually, I actually just opt out myself. Like that. And just go back over here and say, leave. Oh, no. Join Outpost Rush. Leave queue.
For more adventure?
There we go. We'll just leave queue because if we do get an Outpost Rush, what's going to happen if it goes for like 45 minutes, the Outpost Rush won't finish, which means you won't get the rewards. And that's why a lot of people will absolutely not be doing, or at least most people would not be doing another one because it would be like 45 minutes wasted. It's kind of like doing Fasnacht, everybody. You spend 20, 30 minutes doing it, and then it DCs you at the very end, and then you get diddly squat. And my town board's messed up. All right, well, probably a good idea to probably turn in what we can. And then maybe call it there. Let's go. Let's go up here, fast travel up there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. I did have some fun going around working on my dailies. We did a bit of Kis tography as well as we did a little bit of PvP. And I enjoyed the PvP. I always have enjoyed PvP. I just think it could be way better, right? It's okay, but it could be way, way better because it has all the tools that it needs. It just needs to be better balanced. So my entire gameplay is not, I run in there, I get stun lock, I die. I run in there, I get stun lock, and I die, right? That kind of gameplay is not fun for anybody. Even if it was other people you were doing it to, right? If they were running in and I was stun locking them and then they died, they're going to get frustrated and stop playing. Oh yeah, I can't turn anything in either. Ah, man, that town board is popping off too. That town board is doing good. I think I already have all of those, but you can see I have a quest here to turn in, which is in the town board. Now, there's actually a little trick. If you go inside here, let's see if this fixes it, and talk to this person. I think I'm on a quest from them. And sometimes they let you access the town board from that NPC, and then maybe turn it in. But it looks like it's broken yet again. I'd have to log out, log back in again, and that takes a while. So I'm going to bounce back to my house. And we'll probably call it right there. Okay, so while we're bouncing back to the house, we didn't do any battles either. I got so involved in what I was doing. Probably shouldn't do battles at nighttime anyway. Usually there's not that many peeps who want to do battles. So we'll close that up. We'll come back to that next time. Let's go ahead and head up to my office, and we're going to head on out of here. Let's go. Buttons. There we go. Buttons are hard. Okay, everybody, that's it for me. I'm running back to town here, logging out. Night all. Very fun, very fun. So we'll bounce out of there. So since they're doing maintenance and all of that, we'll go ahead and bounce out of there. Let me close all this other stuff in the background. We're going to go ahead and bring you guys in. There you all are right there. We're going to show you some love with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 caps for hanging out here in the stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, my schedule is the same, except for Saturday. I won't be streaming during the day, but I still will be hanging out with my team, getting those events going on if peeps are up for it. And then, of course, 7 Days to Die over there. But I'll be streaming 1 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be playing some 76 to get our dailies done. And then we're going to be doing some Satisfactory. So very, very fun stuff. So feel free to check that schedule out right there in the chat. Also, make sure to go and check out the youtube.com/KismetBP. Do you know that all of my streams are up there? Yep. Every single one of them that didn't corrupt. Literally thousands of them from the past of other games that I've played. Fallout 4, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Satisfactory, and all of the games that you see going behind me. See all of these games going around? These are all games that I've played on stream, which is pretty cool. You can check those all out on my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe while you're over there. It does help the channel a lot. And hit those likes if you did enjoy the videos. Also, lots of guides and unboxings and all sorts of cool stuff over there. You can also check out twitter.com. You're watching this in the future, by the way, on YouTube. Very easy. Just go down there and hit that subscribe. Appreciate it. And then go to twitter.com/KismetBP. Hit that follow button. Does help me out there. Check out the Discord. Check out the website for more information about my stream, as well as go to patreon.com/Kismet. That's the best place to support the stream. Go over there and check it out, everybody. Remember, you get a sneak peek at everything that I'm doing, and also a lot of behind the scenes. Like if you enjoyed the Kis tography today, where I was talking about resolution and talking about how to be a graphic designer and learn all the formats and all that stuff, that kind of stuff is what I put up there. So there you go. And only my Patreons can see a lot of the stuff that is coming up. That is going to be just Patreon specific. So I hope you guys enjoy all of that as well. So help support by following those links you're going to see pop up right there in the chat. And off that goes. Now that's it for me, everybody. Again, we will send you guys back out again. That's it for me. I will be back again at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is about a little less than 12 hours from now, whatever it is your local time. But in my time, it's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you all then. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Norver. Thanks for watching. Press the subscribe button. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet love train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, and AMZ. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.